Tell you when you have coach. High School Sports Live in partnership with ABC 27 News is proud to present the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders versus the Trinity Shamrocks. Tonight's broadcast is officially dedicated to the Peyton Walker Foundation. High School Sports Live would like to give a special thank you to the Peyton Walker Foundation for their mission of increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. The foundation provides free heart screenings for students and athletes throughout the state of Pennsylvania. And tonight, and all season long, we would like to pay special tribute to Greg Mace, who passed away recently. Not only was he a legend in South Central Pennsylvania for his sports journalism and broadcasting, but High School Sports Live owes its very existence to Greg Mace. Greg partnered with Charlie Fortney to put high school sports on live TV. To the Mace family, we send our condolences and vow as a program to honor Greg and all he did to help high school sports play live on TV. Good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Trinity High School at the gymnasium here. Big game tonight, a doubleheader, Bishop McDevitt at Trinity. And with us tonight, we got Todd McCall, former coach of Northern, Susquehanna Township, and a guy who knows a little something about Trinity here. He coached from 1982 to 1984. Jeff Thompson took him to a state championship game in 1983, finished runner-up, won 2 district championships here in 83 and 84, and he's alongside of us tonight as well. So he knows what it's like to be in this gymnasium. But let's talk first of all about Bishop McDevitt tonight. This is the team that comes in here with a young lady named Taja Colbert, who can really play. She's averaging 14.4 points a game, but she's doing it all around the court.
Well, and the first thing that Colbert has that you can't teach is hustle. She gets after things. She makes the engine burn a little bit, is what I like to say about her. At 15 a game coming in from East, she's been a big difference for McDevitt. And tonight, I feel like Trinity's going to have a tough time containing her.
And, of course, they got a bunch of bigs on the inside right now, but they're missing a big one here tonight as well.
Well, that's exactly right. And with a couple bigs out, and I know Jeff's going to mention it too, game plans are going to change tonight. So when I alert the crowd to what might happen, I think tonight it's going to be about getting up and down, and it's going to be less about big and more about the guard play. That's my honest opinion on tonight's McDevitt Crusaders. They've got to attack the basket 5 foot away.
We look on the other side. We got Asia Stevenson averaging 12.8 points a game. But this is a very balanced lineup. They are 6-2 right now, 4-0 overall. But it's got to be like a little deja vu coming home here for you, right?
It sure is. Hey, in terms of this game, number 3, Ava Stevenson, she is smooth, a legitimate D1 prospect. And watch her. She's going to do some things tonight.
And this team, again, 4-0 right now in the division. They are 6-2 overall. They're used to nothing but success. So you're a guy that helped to get that all started some years ago.
Well, that was a long time ago, but yeah, that I remember.
Well, we're looking forward to a great game here tonight. Both teams average about 49 points a game. And it's going to be a grinder. It always is when these two get together, and they're doing it here tonight on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We'll talk about it. Hi, Mrs. Torres. Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
And welcome back to Harry DeFrank Court here at Trinity High School for the first of two tonight in a doubleheader. Bishop McDevitt at Trinity. Always a great matchup here, both boys and girls, and we've got a lot going on here tonight. Chrissy Britton brings her Trinity team in here to stand at home. 6-2, 4-0 overall in the Capital Division, averaging 49 points a game. On the other side, Kevin Deuce, his team 3-2 in the Keystone Division, 4-6 overall, and averaging also 49 points a game. Your officials for tonight, John Haggerty, Al Bundy, and Aaron Gay. And we're looking forward to a good one here, Tim, or Tom, or Todd, whatever. Yeah, Betty. No, Todd McCall sitting here next to us today. We're having a lot of fun here this evening. And Jeff Thompson along courtside, the former coach here back in 1982 to 84. But, Todd, looking forward to this matchup here tonight.
I am, too, and I think it's great. I love when McDevitt, the Crusaders, and the Shamrocks play together. Guys, girls, doubleheader, packs a gym. There will not be a seat here tonight available.
No, there won't. And Trinity in the white here tonight. And right away, nice drive to the basket, and you can see it. Colbert showing you what she could do, that twisting, turning drive, and quickly Bishop McDevitt up by 2.
And look at this. They go right to their 1-3-1 press. I think they're going to make it ugly. They're going to want to get up and down.
And right away getting inside, too, and getting a good shot off the inside play, but not going to go for Jocelyn Dorsett.
And Keller came up with a great rebound. She's only a sophomore. Keep in mind, watch her work inside, Gary. You're going to love her workmanship inside 21. She's big, and look at her get on the boards. 22. Also, sophomores we're talking about.
Unbelievable. Trinity in their man-to-man defense. Run a little flex here on the baseline for Bishop McDevitt, and quickly up. Not going to go again. And here's Trinity on the run. Good look downtown and buries it right away off the hands of Braylee Fedorov.
Fedorov, it looked like a no-doubter, didn't it, Gary? Right when it left her hands, it was just the rotation was perfect. She was square. Fundamentally sound shooter.
I always like to watch people set their feet. And when they set their feet, they're going to be good three-point shooters. They can do it in rhythm.
In rhythm is the big key. No hesitation on that shot.
Long look outside, buried. And a beautiful shot from Diana Mostyn. She has a 3. 5 points on the board now for Bishop McDevitt. They're up by 2. Tough shot there. Yeah, you had a look that time from Ava Stevenson going up, but it kind of a weak finish.
Yeah, I tell you what, she wished she had that one again. She wasn't really square. She put it up. As long as she doesn't press herself tonight and just play within her game,
exactly,
she'll do what she always does.
Not like volleyball, you get a second serve, right?
Right.
Or tennis, rather. Said volleyball, you don't get a second serve.
A lot of going off the dribble tonight.
Little dribble penetration there.
One thing I know that Trinity's going to do tonight is they do a great job in their half-court man-to-man. I noticed that in game film that I watched. They keep their player in front of them. Flex cuts the old-fashioned way here with McDevitt. You're going to see that on both teams.
You know what Trinity does, though? They deny that second pass from the elbow to the elbow there, I noticed.
They don't let the swing pass happen. That's the best way to beat the flex.
You know, when you got a continuity offense like the flex,
right,
and you start to mess up some cuts, you know, you're as good as your counter moves off that. Are you going to backdoor? Are you going to rescreen? Those are the things you're looking for.
Having ran the flex a lot, I was key on not letting, when we were playing defense again, not letting the swing pass happen. That way the cut doesn't happen down low. That's real technical. We'll stop right there.
One of the things we used to do a lot when we saw the flex was to switch constantly.
Right.
Long shot again from Stevenson, not going to go. And quickly on the other end they go. And Colbert misses this time, and Trinity's got it back.
She didn't use her left hand. Kind of went off awkwardly off the wrong foot there in transition.
And 2 passes by Fedorov there, 2 turnovers, as Jocelyn Dorsett unable to handle it. I think both teams are playing a little faster right now than they'd like to be playing.
It's called TV. It doesn't. Have you noticed that? I mean, we talk about that, but they do amp up their game a little bit more.
I think it's just when they know you're here. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm going to take all fault for all coaches.
There it is.
That.
Yeah, you got it. So it's 2 points there as Keller gets inside for her first deuce of the night. And then you're going to get a bang on the other end. And Maya Carter is going to get hit for her first foul of the evening.
And I apologize. I called her a sophomore. She's a junior, but she's big with the arm. And sometimes I feel like big girls get signaled fouls because it looks like a bump, but see it again, and you're probably right, Gary. No, she got all body. You're right.
Here's Dorsey at the line, and Dorsey with her first one. She's a 50% free throw shooter. So her first points of the night. And second one up. Boy, she gets a lot of air into that ball, doesn't she?
She sure does, and it was all net. Doesn't touch your rim with any help at all.
Tell you what impresses me is Miss McDevitt does get down the floor very quickly here. Tries to get ready to those 2-man games immediately.
Right. I thought that they're going to see the push in their transition because that's the one thing that McDevitt wants to do. They want to get up and down, score on Trinity, not make it half court so much.
The ball knocked out of bounds. Jeff Thompson down on the line. The coach was here at Trinity in 1982-84. And Jeff, what do you got early here?
Well, one thing that's interesting to me is that Ava Stevenson and Taja Colbert are matched up defensively. So that's right off the bat, that's something to look at.
Let's keep an eye on that. 2 quickest players maybe on the floor right now.
I always had a hesitation as a coach to do that because I didn't want to wear my shooters out. But I understand it.
Play to your strengths and away from your weaknesses, right?
Look at that move.
And speaking of a nice move, how about that sweet little kind of smooth move down the lane, and Stevenson is on the board with her first deuce of the night.
That's why she's legitimately getting Division I offers, is because not only her size, her skill in that little soft game, 10-footers, which is an art in the game that I think is lost in the game of basketball anymore.
Good job of keeping it alive down there. And kissing it off the front of the rim is Jocelyn Dorsett. She's got 4 points.
Gary, we think alike. I was just going to say second effort, second shots is killing McDevitt tonight. They're not boxing out very well.
You know, one of the things you saw there, when your bigs can outrun the other bigs down the floor, you're going to win basketball games. So that was always something I wanted to check. If my big people could beat them down the floor in a track race to get down there to do something, guess what? You're going to get those second and third rebounds.
Exactly right. And that's something right there you talk in the huddle that is going to be mentioned for the teams. We cannot be getting beat down the floor, especially by the bigs.
People talk a lot about offensive transition, not enough about defensive transition. So important. Long look, not going to go. Follow up, though. In and out again. And how about there? A couple rebounds for McDevitt, back on the boards again. And no, finally a foul called. You get to a third rebound, someone's going to get fouled.
Yeah, it went 3 and then 4 on the other side. That's both teams really, maybe lacking putting body on body in terms of the box out. I still believe in those old principles where you turn, you find a number, and you put your back between those 2 numbers.
Miranda Keller, all 6 foot of her, on the glass there pretty well. A little left-hander up and in. So Keller with her 3rd point of the night. Speaking of bigs tonight, there's one big one out for Trinity, and we saw her play last year. Lauren Trumpy has got like a bunch of weeks, 4 to 6 weeks to go yet, and she's had a real emphasis on inside play for this team. But Trinity's still doing very well without her.
And I just felt got to talk to her for 2 minutes there before pregame, and I just said, anytime you see a kid out, especially so talented, it's hard to watch them watch.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You're right.
They're going to get called for walking, but Jalen Moore with a beautiful pass there to the baseline.
I was thinking what you just said. Nothing more to say other than a great pass.
Independent players have to lead dependent players to the basket. You don't want them to have to think about putting it on the floor much or anything else. Just lead them into the basket. And she made a great pass there, but the hesitation really caused the walk on the other end. Right now, Taja Colbert is, I think, forcing the issue a little bit too much for her team.
Pressing herself a little bit. You're right. And players have a tendency to do that. Let that game come to you. 9-9. You're fine right where you are here in this game. She's doing a great job on Ava, though.
There's Moore. Hard to the basket. Cannot go. Another follow-up. Another offensive rebound. And finally going to be yanked down there by McDevitt and lost. Back up again. And how about that for stick-to-itiveness? And I'll tell you what, Jalen Moore is playing with a real grit and determination right now there, especially in the offensive glass. She was pushing among trees.
She is hustle plays. Things that you can't,
There's Colbert again. Again, not maybe getting the feet set the way she'd like. And now quickly, Trinity back on the run. Moore pushing the issue. Ball bounces back out and puts back down off the hands of Anne-Marie Spila. She's got her first deuce. So everybody in the starting lineup for Trinity has now scored.
And how'd you like to find one right at the elbow, perfectly good for you in your favorite jump shot? The ball rolled right to her after Moore dropped it off her foot.
Colbert throws it away. Stevenson picks it up.
Stevenson's struggling a little bit on her. Sorry, Gary.
No problem.
She's struggling a little bit keeping Colbert in front of her. You can see that. That might be an adjustment Trinity might want to make. Ava's a little tired.
I like the way Bridget McDevitt plays their defense, though, and there's what you get as a reward. Oh, great job of guarding the basketball as Portia goes up and in. Check that, rather. Boston goes up and in for a deuce. She's got 5 points. And all of a sudden, the defense has gotten turned up here by Bishop McDevitt, and there's steal again. Colbert, great job with the fake. Misses the layup, though. Well, that was an evil rim that time.
Yeah, it was an evil rim. Can I say this is exactly what I was alluding to in pregame? This is where McDevitt wants the game. They want it like this, crazy, sloppy, because I feel it benefits them, and I'm not taking anything from Coach Duke's team. They want to get up and make this a little more messy than the half court versus half court.
Well, they're creating new possessions, too, with that lane pressure right now and ball pressure that they're laying on Trinity at three-quarter and then half court. Long look, not going to go for McDevitt. And the ball will go back over to Trinity with 38.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The first of two tonight here on High School Sports Live TV.
Taylor Foster, the sophomore, came in and just took that shot. She didn't wait long.
There's the ever-present diagonal against the 1-3-1. You're not afraid to throw it full court like that, but again, it's taken away. And a timeout called by Kevin Deuce. We'll take a quick one as well. It's 27.2 seconds to play. It's 13-11 first quarter on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
27.2 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We're at Harry DeFrank Court at Trinity High School. And right now, we're looking at a team that has a game that has 3 lead changes, 2 ties, and McDevitt with 3 timeouts, Trinity with 4 right now. Here still in the first half. Here comes Cole Mostyn, rather. Inside they go. Double team, throwing it up. Follow up on the glass and put away nicely on the inside.
I think Maya Carter there put it up.
Maya Carter did get the follow-up, but again, second effort shots have been the key for both sides so far.
That's hurting both teams. And just to play before that timeout, McDevitt went back to the 1-3-1, and guess what happened? Trinity's doing a great job of beating it. They're lucky they dodged a bullet because they missed the layup. Trinity missed a 5-footer. That 1-3-1 has been a little less effective for McDevitt, way that I think Trinity has broke the press.
There's Boston looking ahead. Sanaya Morris with it. Got to make sure you know what time clock left. And there it is, the end of the first quarter. Hey, where we started. We're all tied up. 13-13. This is High School Sports Live to be on ABC 27.3. Quarter 2 coming your way next.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools throughout their A-plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giant-food-stores-dot/school-rewards to learn more. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peyton-walker-org. We're back here at Trinity High School at Harry DeFrank Court, and we are getting ready to enter quarter number 2. And Todd, what do we have in the first quarter in terms of numbers?
You know what? One of the things that pointed out to me, I want to look at that rebound game because we've been talking about how second effort shots and that type of thing, but actually Trinity's out rebounding McDevitt 10-5. I found that a little surprising in that it hasn't seemed that way, but it's been more on Trinity's offensive end that they're getting second and third shots. The game's all knotted though at 13, so let's just see how this second half goes. I would say that's the biggest adjustment, wouldn't you?
Let's check in with Jeff Thompson right now there. And Jeff, what's your thoughts?
Well, one of the things that happened early in the game is Ava Stevenson chasing around Taja Colbert. She's tired. She's on the bench getting a little rest right now. And I think you're right. I think they needed to take her off. Colbert
with the basketball right now in the half court. Trinity playing that really tight man-to-man defense, tight to the block for the most part, and yet still you're getting penetration from McDevitt.
You know what? That was a great pass out of Sanaya Morris, but the big couldn't handle it. Once you leave your feet, Gary, you mentioned a lot too. As a guard, you leave your feet. Good tendency, you're going to turn that over if you're.
Well, and the problem there for Moore too is once you get inside the foul line, you've cut down on the space. You can make a decent pass to a big, and that's exactly what happened there. Tightened up the space, which also brought 2 more defensive players inside. Trinity with a shot, not going to go. And again, on the glass, Maya Carter.
I'm giving her just journeyman duty. I mean, my all steel mill team, how well she rebounds.
Carter with a shot, she's going to get fouled on the putback. And again, offensive glass has been the key here to the first half. She'll be fouled by Jocelyn Dorsett.
Carter doing a great job.
Jeff, there's another matchup there with Dorsett down against Carter inside. 2 bigs going at it in the lane.
2 bigs going on, and right now Maya's getting the better of it. She's gotten a couple nice rebounds and really created some things inside.
You're exactly right. A sweet stroke here from Maya Carter. She's got 3 points in the game, her first points in the second quarter, as McDevitt goes back out to a 1-point lead. Second shot up, that's not going to go. But again, the battle of the offensive glass, and right now both teams winning on the offensive glass for the most part.
Sanaya Morris taking it to the basket, then getting it blocked by Federhoff with the big arm.
Here's Stevenson back into the game now.
Look at that up and under move. Look at
beautiful up and under, and a nice job by Carter again.
What a great move. Carter, very fundamentals. Gina, really love her game. She's turned up and under and put a schooling on that move is the best way to describe it.
And the footwork on that is so important. She did a great job planting the foot, giving the ball fake up and under move, and there you go. Now you're getting the full court pressure.
I tell you, Trinity struggles with being pressed. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to do too much. You're going to get a walk call here. But the hustle call creating new possessions. They went from three-quarter court, Jeff, now down to full court. They're really turning up the heat.
Oh, they turned up the heat, and the quickness is outstanding, and that's what's going to win them the game if it does.
Well, and here they're showing a 2-2-1 press right now. So you go from like a 3-2 to a 2-2-1, and you're really kind of getting Trinity thinking about, you know, where the openings are in that press, Todd.
Yeah, that's right. And what's happening, too, though, is unfortunately for Jalen Moore, she's trying to take it all on herself, and you can't do that in these zone presses.
You need three near outlets right here. You get a middle, side. There's your middle.
Yep.
And then you beat it with a pass.
Pick your dribble up, be strong with it. You got somebody open. No need to put a dribble back on the floor once you break the press.
Well, what else is interesting here for McDevitt right now is they're making the bigs have to handle the basketball and do something with it, and they're not really prepared to do that right now. 6 turnovers against Trinity so far. Here's that 1-4 high set.
And it's a curl cut off the top of the key.
Good block down there by Stevenson. You know, they're doing a great job right now of double teaming Stevenson, making her give the ball up, and then the bigs are having to handle it. And I say bigs, I'm the taller girls, are having to handle the basketball, and so you take the ball out of the hands of your playmakers and make someone else have to do it. It's really sharp coaching.
It is.
On a good inbounds play called there.
Federhoff got the shot she wanted coming to the basket, missed it, but going to the line for 2, had a chance to make a 3-point play there. One thing I do want to point out as to what you said, Trinity's getting a little bit sloppy in their half-court play. They're pressing themselves a little bit. Once you break that press, calm down. Because one of the most effective things I see out of the Shamrocks is their half-court offense when they're set.
Well, they're going cold here. They have not scored yet this quarter. They're down by 3. Federoff back at the line again. 67% free throw shooter, knocks down the second one. She's got 4 points on the night. Trinity's gotten back within 2. 5:52 to go until the half.
See where this flex offense is set up for McDevitt, it's way too high. That's why she can do that though.
That was a tough shot, but I tell you, for Colbert, it's not a bad shot because she was under control, squared the shoulders up.
Their offense is being set up 22 foot away in the flex, and that's too hard to make that intro pass on the flex cut, Gary. But look what Colbert can do. She'll just take it to the basket.
You made a great point right there on Moore. Moore is trying to do a lot with the dribble right now. She is looking up, but she's so concentrated on the double team and trying to split it that what's happened, she's not seeing some of the open players ahead of her.
Yeah.
And that's tough. When you're the point guard, I'll tell you what, it is a tough thing to do to keep those headlights up and see where the open people are and where the traps are coming from. We're looking downtown. How about that? Stevenson says, hey, I'm open, coach. Give me a ball.
I'm so impressed by her. Like, she's been hustling on defense, having people chase her. She takes one 22 foot away and drops it in the bottom of the net. That is why she's going to play at a high level.
Pulls her team back within 1. Block inside. Another rebound by Carter. And Carter has been the tower of power down in there. Jeff Thompson's been standing right there. Jeff Carter continues to conduct her own reign of terror under the basket.
Well, she establishes herself, but Trinity didn't back down that time. They knocked her to yesterday. The quickness from the McDevitt guards is outstanding.
Well, they got another big back in there. Miranda Keller, the 6-footer, back in the game now. So they got some big people on the floor with both Carter and Keller. Keller gets blocked again, this time by Stevenson. Back it goes to Carter. Carter banks it home.
Carter's doing a great job. I've got her at 7, Gary, and I mean, it's just hard work is what's doing this. Here we begin with this press again.
McDevitt back this time, though, to 3-quarter court. They go full, then they go 3-quarter. Stevenson again sets her feet, and all of a sudden, she's heating it up. 2 threes in a row from Ava Stevenson. She's got 8 points on the night, and they've tied it back up by the Shamrocks with 4:33 to go. Don't forget our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up. Also, special interview with Dr. Abby Miller from OSS Health about the signs and symptoms of concussions in young athletes. Certainly a big concern these days in high school athletics. Back inside it goes. Carter making her move. Then the other tower power, the other side puts it back up, kind of like playing volleyball there a bit, as Miranda Keller with another offensive rebound and another score. McKellar's got 6 points.
McDevitt, forcing the tempo, trying to use the 1-3-1 to do that, but they're fouling out of it too. They got to be careful of that.
You know, we always say fouling negates hustle, and you had good hustle there, but you had a mismatch on quickness versus big.
Right. And speaking of matchups, one of the different things I've seen Trinity do, and I think it's a great adjustment. They're putting Stevenson now on the bigs inside, and that's allowing her to get a little bit more. Let's see, her legs back, and that's why she was effective hitting those last 2 threes, I think.
Another big girl there, Bridget Fuller, another 6-footer on the floor. Double team in the corner though by McDevitt, and their defense is really, really tough right now. McDevitt up by 2. Trinity will keep it on the possession as Moore will trigger the inbounds. A tough time getting it in. Another look. Downtown will not go. And a block, but the foul's going to get called as into the basket that time when Katie Sager, who's in there, the senior guard. So Sager will head to the line for 2. Sager on the season, only a 36% shooter. Didn't look like it there.
Boy, keys these close games in every game. Foul shots, man. You got a tight game right now. You know, every possession, and a game like this counts. Foul line, big important step.
Sager with a nice looking stroke here. You know, we hear these percentages early in the season right now, and a lot of those because you haven't been to the line a whole lot yet. So if you miss 1 out of 3, you're at 33%.
Right.
So you know it's a little misleading. Hands on the body there, and I'll tell you what, Mawson's a handful trying to get to the basket. She can really shake and bake.
Trinity's having a tough time keeping the guard plays in front of them. Everyone, 3 out of the 4 girls on the floor at McDevitt can put it on the floor and get by most of the Trinity players.
Inside it goes. Little half hook, another rebound. Finally, Trinity controls it out of there, and they've got the basketball. Moore, and Moore gets her feet set and buries it.
When she had to take that dribble before the shot, I thought maybe she'd miss that one. Man, took the dribble, set up, and nailed it.
Moore with 5 points, and Trinity on top here, 24-22. It's been a while since they had the lead. Good job of just holding her ground right there.
McDevitt starting to force shots now, which plays in the hands of Trinity.
Well, and the missed shots for McDevitt help it, but there at half court again, double team, and Colbert right in there with the steal, and up for the easy deuce. Colbert now with 6 points here in the first half. Tie game again.
Yeah, I call her Miss Hustle, number 15.
Downtown it goes. Not going to happen, and a foul called, and Bishop McDevitt will have the basketball. Jeff Thompson, the defense for Bishop McDevitt has been stifling in half court so far, and when they've been able to make it a full court, it's been pretty good there too.
Well, the hands they're impressive with their foot quickness, but their hand quickness is also outstanding, and it's creating some problems for Trinity.
Right now it's 24-24.
Trinity needs a good possession. Or I'm sorry, McDevitt needs a good possession here. They've had some sloppy play. Now this is better for their flex. They're tighter now on top of the key starting their offense as opposed to being 20+ foot away.
Trinity's letting that second pass happen right here, this one. This time though it's a drive, and then it got another handcuff by Moore. The foul's going to be called there. But when you reach in with that offhand, not the near hand, you're going to get nailed every time just on the motion itself.
Yeah.
And there's a walk by Colbert over the far corner, a little happy feet. 2:15 to go here until the half. 24-24. McDevitt and the Shamrocks tied up here. Back to the 1-3-1 full court press. And there's what happens.
The ball away, and really Colbert wasn't even set up in the press yet. And Trinity's really affected right now by that press.
What Colbert did that time, though, is she got down and denied the first pass instead of letting it in and then coming in with the trap. And just got lucky. McDevitt outside, will not go. And hustling play by Colbert, and then she throws it away, and so Trinity gets it back. So a little giveaway here right now.
That's where you just calm down a second. You got the ball back. 2 possessions, they come up empty. McDevitt in the tie ball game right here before half. Those were big possessions.
Sanaya Morris back in there, another set of quick hands, and again, another foul.
You mentioned where the hands are. If you look at that again, now we have the advantage of seeing it on the monitor over and over again. That's something you talk about tomorrow when you look at the film. Which hand do you go? Which hand do you come across with? If you come across with the wrong hand, you're going to square and hit him with your shoulder and then draw a foul, and that's what happened.
Here is Moore heading back to the line. Moore 59% from the free throw line on the season. And her first shot up and good. Jalen Moore with 6 points in the game.
She's starting to settle down a little bit now.
Got a tough job then against a lot of quick guards out there on the front of that McDevitt defense. Moore with a good stroke both times. 7 points for Jalen Moore and 26-24. Second straight night we've had a Moore at point guard, right?
That's right. Yvonne Moore at Big Springs last night.
More is always better than less. It just was laying there. I had to say it. Sorry. Well, I like Jalen Moore's game in terms of what she's trying to do. But she, like I said, she's getting chased all night long here by 1 and 2 people constantly. Having a tough time getting in. Finally, they do. And Trinity equal to the task on defense. Now you want to give this up to a guard very quickly.
4 straight stops for Trinity.
Back into the game for Trinity now. Maria Ferraro. A lot of players on the floor tonight for both teams. Are kind of impressed with the length of the bench. 8 players being used by McDevitt so far from Kevin Deuce.
And about the same on both sides, 8, 9 players.
Haven't seen Stevenson with a shot. Stevenson being guarded hard right now by Colbert. And then they're going to call an offensive foul on the push-off by Moore. And there's what happens when you're feeling that heat the whole time.
That's
you start to put that arm out there.
You go to that left arm. It's just it's a little bit of a crutch. I get it, but pick up one like that.
Take a look. Watch the arm separate right here. When the arm.
Look at the spin move though prior to that.
Yeah. Tell you what, there was a lot more acting there, I think, than arm.
Sure, I agree.
I first looked at it, I thought it was the arm, but the second one, I think this should be an Oscar, right?
Look at that pull through.
Wow. Colbert, great looking shot, driving down the lane and finishing off her 8th point of the night. 6 here in the second quarter. And then the follow-up on the other end, and it's put home by Dorsey.
Well, McDevitt got caught just watching everything happen there, and they didn't get back.
What we say about bigs running the floor?
They're beating them down the floor. They're turning these bigs are beating them down the floor. That's going to be an adjustment at halftime.
Got a standstill 3, not going to go. Another rebound underneath.
Yeah, the sophomore Emily Reagan came off the bench there, and she pulled that 3. I don't know. I don't know if that's her shot right now.
28-26. Trinity up by 2. No pressure this time by McDevitt.
Just some token man-to-man.
Does Trinity try to get the first best shot or the last shot?
They're running all kinds of different people in on Stevenson.
Stevenson said, I'll take the first shot, and then they had a follow-up on a missed rebound, couldn't get it. Now 25 seconds ago, here comes Tasia.
Good decision to go in hard, pull out.
Went in amongst the trees that time, got caught. Now can you get to the basket here at the end before you get fouled? There's a follow-up again, another offensive rebound, back out it goes. Another miss, another offensive rebound. Stevenson, not the look you want from her if you're McDevitt. Another offensive rebound. 0.4 seconds ago, she didn't get it off. And it's 28-26 as we head to the half. The Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up right after this on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, And this is how school should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Guys, I'm here with Dr. Abby Kelly from OSS Health. She's a sports medicine doctor. Abby, you've seen your share of concussions in the office. Let's define what is a sports concussion.
A concussion is defined as a functional injury to the brain versus a structural injury like a brain bleed, stroke, things like that. So, you can either get hit in the head and sustain a concussion, or you can get hit in the body, which causes a rotational force to the brain. The brain rattles inside of the skull, causes an injury really at the cellular level.
Talk about what the signs and symptoms are of concussions.
Some key signs and symptoms of concussion include headache, dizziness, sometimes vision changes, nausea, even vomiting sometimes.
Let's talk about how you treat concussions.
Brain rest is the treatment for concussion, at least in the initial stages.
What is the return to play, the protocol for that?
I have them repeat what's called an impact test. The athletic trainer will take them through a 5-day return to play protocol.
You have 2 little girls yourself, and you were an athlete at Dallastown.
As a mother myself and kids that I anticipate will be involved in athletics, it's extremely important to get the word out on concussion and educate people.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. And we've got all kinds of things from our members' first half highlights to our Capital Region Insurance Agency halftime stats. Gary Sutton here with you, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson. And Todd, an interesting first half here. Lots of ties, back and forth a little bit. What kind of played out here in your mind?
Well, I think at one point that Trinity kind of buckled down in that last stretch of the second quarter and started coming up with stops. And McDevitt had an opportunity. They had 4 or 5 straight possessions where they missed bunnies and they kind of pressed themselves. What happened, I think also too, is I think Stevenson got hot with 2 threes. That was a big step. But more importantly, I think the game's got a little sloppy on both sides, Gary.
Yeah, lots of turnovers. And Jeff, what was the theme for you in the first half? What did you say?
Well, I thought McDevitt's quickness disrupted the flow of Trinity's offense and created some problems. McDevitt scored a lot on layups. And I'll tell you what, Taja Colbert can get to the basket.
Yeah, Taja is really a force, and a couple times took a couple ill-advised shots, but for the most part, she really shaked and baked there coming down the court. I thought the offensive rebound for both teams was key here in the first half, but the threes for Trinity, you mentioned those, Todd, they were big, and a couple from Stevenson back-to-back really got them back on track.
And that's one of the biggest things. I think McDevitt's playing, again, a 2-for-3 trade-off thing. And no matter even if the Shamrocks are down 4 or 5, because they can hit the long ball well, and there's 5 girls that can hit the long ball. 4 out of 5 can hit the long ball. Yeah, that's a big difference in the game.
Let's take a look right now at our members' first half highlights here and see what went on in the first half. We had a good back and forth, lots of lead changes, lots of ties in the first half, and we'll get those up here in just a second. And here we go. Take me through it, guys.
When you look at the first half, I always said that McDevitt was going to look at trying to make this thing sloppy, but they did little things. They got to the basket early. Colbert does what she does. And then I've liked this right here. When you're a Trinity team, this is what your bread and butter is. You've got 4 girls who can do this, but McDevitt came back and said, we'll try it too with most. And I like the bigs have played well for McDevitt. 5 foot away is where you're going to beat Trinity.
Saw Miranda Keller there with a little bank shot. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, I was just going to say they're doing some nice scoring inside. I think Jalen Moore, who we just saw on that reverse layup, she has to keep her head up because sometimes Ava's open in the corner. She's got to hit her.
Yep, exactly right. And I think that's one of the things we're talking about, getting those headlights up. There's Mostyn again with that great quickness down the court and putting it away. And that was a theme in the first half, getting the steals with those quick guards out front, double teams, different pressure points, and then the offensive glass and putting them back up. That young lady, Maya Carter, had a great first half. She had 7 points.
I think Maya Carter was a big break from McDevitt. That's why the game stayed close, is she's just hustle plays and extra shots. But I was surprised at it. I knew rebounds are closer now, 16-13. That's where I thought it was. Turnovers has been a big key for both teams, really 9 and 7. That's got to be limited. That's what I'd be talking about halftime right now.
6 out of 9 from the free throw line, 3 out of 4 for Trinity. 4 out of 8 for Trinity. There's a three-point stat we're talking about. 1 out of 6 so far for Trinity, and they said 4 out of 8 there for McDevitt. I think those are switched around, if I'm not mistaken. And 4 of 17 for McDevitt, 9 of 20 for Trinity. Not great shooting, but that 3-point 4 of 8 versus 1 of 6. And again, switch those around because Trinity has the 4 of 8 and McDevitt has 1 of 6. That's the big difference, I think, in the first half, at least from the scoring point. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back here and get ready for the third quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free homeownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of homeownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We'll talk about it. Hi, Mrs. Torres.
Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
And just a few seconds here before we get started in the third quarter. Your individual scoring there in the first half, the Crusaders. Diane Mostyn with 5 points. Taja Colbert with 8 points. She led all scorers for McDevitt. 7 points for Maya Carter. We talked about her game. And then 6 points from Miranda Keller. They're the two bigs, getting 13 there on the glass. On the other side, you got Ava Stevenson with 8 points, 2 threes in the second quarter. 7 points for Jalen Moore. 2 points for Anne-Marie Spila. 1 point for Sager, 1 out of 2 from the line. Jocelyn Dorsett was 6 points again on the glass there. And finally, 4 points for Fedorov. So there you have your individual scoring here at the half. So get ready to start the third quarter here. Todd, your thoughts from both coaches' standpoints here starting the third.
Let me go on Trinity's side perspective. If I would look at trying to get Stevenson some more sets, just getting her off, rubbing her off some doubles. I don't know there's enough set right now for her. I think to get her going. On this McDevitt side, continue pushing the tempo.
Carter with a nice pass, but you get a little extra jump there. It's going to be a walk, and that's a good call by the official. You know, a lot of times they let that little extra jump go into the jump shot.
Yeah, it's a half a step.
But I don't think it's that. The Euro thing is not quite here yet.
No.
That's not really a Euro step, just kind of that little jump. But a lot of players get away with that in the NBA, and they don't get away with it in high school.
Yeah.
Good game here, not unexpected. There, Stevenson sets her feet. This time just draws the front of the iron, and then a good offensive rebound again by a young lady who has been alive on the glass tonight, Jocelyn Dorsett.
I love the way she's playing. I mean, Dorsett's just getting after it. She's 5'8", but she makes up for it with her long arms, and she hustles. Her hustle makes her 6'4".
So Dorsett, good stroke there, and nothing McCord. She had 6 points in the first half, has 7 now in the game, as she opens the scoring here in the second half for the Shamrocks, and let's make it just 1. I like her stroke, though. She has a really nice
it's smooth.
shooter
Comes off
stroke.
well. Trinity getting after a little bit more defensively. I thought that was something, too, that, just step up that effort.
Trinity looks like they're playing zone right now. 2-3 zone
They're in
for the first time.
2-3 right now, but the guards are being really aggressive out on top of the key on the elbows.
The way they play their man-to-man defense before looks like a 2-3 sometimes, but they play tight man-to-man. Now they're in a 2-3 zone.
Right, they're good in shell drill principles. They do their best to keep their man. Problem is they had to keep McDevitt in front of them. They had to go zone man-to-man. The guards were getting by him.
Mostyn, that's exactly what you want McDevitt to do, is shoot from the outside. Get away from that penetration. This is going to be a good one. Man, Moore came down there, saw the 2 in front of her, tried to split him, and Moore up for a deuce, and she's got 9 points.
Well, one thing she did, once you break the play in the foul line, you've got to decide. I would have jump stopped there, but she kept on going, and it was a block. Defense didn't get there in time.
So Moore at the line, trying to finish off three-point play the hard way. Shot is up and sweep. So Jalen Moore now, first one to reach double figures in the game. And Trinity now with a 6-point lead, largest lead of the night for either team.
Yeah, this is kind of that place where McDevitt, they've struggled. It started the second half, late second quarter. They're struggling offensively a little bit.
The interesting thing about Trinity's move to a zone here, they take away the flex. You don't have the screens and the bigs getting the ball inside anymore.
Right, and they're also, I would have done it probably earlier. It's keeping the guards out of the lane.
Keeping the guards out of the lane,
right.
Keeping the bigs from getting screens in there, and keeping Trinity out of foul trouble for the moment.
And look at that crowd tonight. Great shot from our Invicta crew there, Gary. Man, the crowd is packed in here tonight.
And again, getting McDevitt to shoot from the outside now and getting the kinds of rebounds they want.
Might be after this, if Trinity scores here, it might be a good timeout time.
And Moore taking it, and then you got a shot blocked again, another look, not going to go. Moore's going to foul from behind. Good call by the official.
Very good call. Moore's got to be careful about picking those up. She's very effectively running the point guard position for Trinity. Don't want to pick up those silly little fouls.
4 players with 2 fouls apiece so far for McDevitt. And now 3 fouls on Moore, and Christy Britton's got to decide, do I keep going forward with her or not? So back they are in that 2-3 zone. Watch the middle person drop off. They got the high post available once the ball goes to foul line and below. So the high post is always available after that first pass.
This is a great decision out of Britton.
And there's a shot by the high post that time. They deny her until the pass goes to the first pass right or left.
Yeah.
Downtown, and again, they've become totally an outside-oriented team now. And Trinity's taking advantage of that and blocking out on the 2-3 zone better than they did maybe on their man-to-man.
They're blocking out better, and here's the other thing. No offense to McDevitt, but they're not shooting the ball. They don't shoot the ball very well outside. This plays into the hands of Trinity. A great adjustment at halftime.
Got a timeout on the floor. 32-26. Trinity leads it. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
To Jeff Thompson we go. It's 32-26. And Jeff, interesting move to the 2-3 zone here to start the quarter for Trinity. It's paying dividends.
Well, it sure is, and they're daring McDevitt to hit an outside shot, which so far McDevitt hasn't been able to do, and that's the difference in the game.
The other part of it is McDevitt can't set up their pressure now full court because they're missing shots. So Trinity's able to beat them back down the floor. That'll help. Get it outside there, says McDevitt, and we'll knock it down there with Kylie Johnson, her first tray of the night. She's got 10 on the year. And there again, boy, when you set those feet, Todd, what a difference.
That is the difference. And I just had mentioned that they didn't shoot very well from the outside, and they proved me wrong there on that one, Kylie Johnson.
Oh, and Trinity just got a great look inside and a good second look, and neither one will go for Jocelyn. And now you're going to finally get a foul called, and it's going to be against Johnson. And again, Trinity's reign of terror on the offensive glass so far is really paying off for them with opportunities.
That's been the biggest difference in why they had this lead, 32-29 right here.
You saw Anne-Marie Spieler doing a good job up there too, the 5'9" girl on the inside.
They can play. They can bring so many girls off the bench.
Feet not really set that time. And a good drive to the basket by Moore. Another look from Johnson, wide open, and all of a sudden we got a new hot hand on the floor.
Once Johnson felt it on the first one, why not go back to it again, tie the ball game up?
Ride her till she bucks, right? And there you go.
Man.
2 straight trays, and Trinity has, McDevitt rather, has now tied it up. They were down 6, and those 2 trays have brought them right back in the game.
Big possession right here, 32 all with 4:28. Trinity's got to be patient. They'll get what they want if they're patient.
Big move there. They posted Moore up on Moore, actually. Moore against Moore that time. Right. What's that? Moore squared.
Sanaya Morris just didn't, man, right away. Jalen Moore knew that I can take her here 5 foot away. I'd go back to that option a couple more times.
Well, they had everybody above the foul line, just isolated her one-on-one down there and posted her up. And look at this. She goes to the line and makes it.
She's smooth at the foul line. I got her at 3 for 3.
Actually 4 for 4 now, so she's doing really well. She's also got 11 points in the game. Leading scorer for Trinity thus far. And make it another one. So 12 points in the game now for Jalen Moore.
Got Stevenson up on the 2-3 now with the long arms.
The zone's been good so far as long as McDevitt's not making shots for Trinity, but stepping into the breach the last times with this young lady right here. She gets another one. Is she still hot? Not this time.
Went to the well maybe one more time.
Oh, and a great effort there by Trinity. Stevenson thought she had someone open, but getting in there to make the play was Tasia Colbert with a good steal. Side it goes to Carter, who's become a non-factor now with that zone. Outside it goes, and Colbert says, I can make it. Tasia Colbert has 11 points, her first 3 of the night.
It's a big shot for Colbert.
And back up by 1 goes McDevitt. And then on the other end, how about Miss Moore, who's got the hot hand here in the second half. Jalen Moore, her second tray of the evening.
It's just all it's doing is setting up everything for the next game on top of this, and a sellout crowd. Wow, these girls are now stepping their game up here in the third quarter.
15 points for Moore in this one.
Moore's got to remember it's a 2-3 zone, but that penetration's perfect in that gap. The rest of the players on the floor, McDevitt's got to they got to spot up, Gary. That's all they got to do.
Tasia Colbert on the pass there is going to get be the recipient of a foul. And out comes Carter. Back in is Bridget Fuller. And inbounding will be Tasia Colbert. Oh, she gets it right inside her big run. Good block away by Dorsey. Another offensive rebound by McDevitt, but again, it's Dorsey all over the place down there, covering things up for Trinity.
That was a big miss by Foster on the follow-up, and look what happens.
Stevenson got the look she wanted. Stevenson on again, on the floor. She's got it, and we're going to have a jump ball, and the ball will stay with Trinity.
It's a good hustle play by Stevenson. She had to get that ball back. It's big possessions. Every possession in this game is going to count. They're only up 2. I mean, I love games like this, Gary, when we literally say we're not just saying every possession, but every possession in tight games like this are important.
Emily Regan in there, the 5'4" sophomore now for McDevitt. Jeff Thompson, one of the things that's happened here is they've made McDevitt become a much more half-court team to about late in the second quarter.
Well,
really the beginning of this quarter with the zone.
2 of the McDevitt young ladies are in foul trouble, and it changes the complexion of their team a lot.
Colbert's going to challenge, and she's going to draw the foul. No, she's going to get called for the traveling instead. Good job of getting back for Trinity right there to break that play up. So 37-35. Take a look at this. What a nice job of getting back by Fedorov to break that play up.
More importantly, getting back and just getting in the way, just slowing the progression of Colbert.
Defensive transition. Boy, there's when you hardly see called at all anymore. 3 seconds, right? That's the first one of this game.
That was a fast 3 seconds. I mean, hey.
3 seconds is one of the, you just don't see it called anymore, do you, Jeff?
I don't hear it. Well, not very often, but she was right in front of the referee, and she was posting up a much smaller girl, so the ref had to call it.
I think when she put down the paper and was having a cup of coffee, that's when the ref nailed her right there. So, just not a call you see much anymore. That's amazing. Used to be something you'd see all the time. Really surprised this game you don't see it more too with the post play that we've had.
Yeah, I mean, there's another
good steal by Fedorov. He's got great hands. The three from Dorsey, not going to go. Yanked down by Fuller.
I don't know in that position if that's the best shot for Dorsey at that moment.
Another look outside by Fuller.
This is where you like when you have a Jalen Moore. This is where it's time in the possession at 37-35. Hey, let's calm down a bit. Let's get a good one here. You know, get into your offense, and you got to have a floor general that does that sometimes. If not, the pace of the game gets out of hand for both teams.
Now you got straight man-to-man again from McDevitt, and you got a lot of motion right now from Trinity, a lot of back doors. Another look, not going to go. Dorsey trying to get it. She ties it up. Should be McDevitt ball. By the way, I was walking around tonight. I saw Larry Kostelak. We were talking a little bit, who will be coaching in the second game. And I also saw Charlie Detson here tonight from the Lancaster Catholic girls team. He's got a heck of a team back this year. And, of course, they were state champs 2 years ago.
Right.
Charlie, a former player at Columbia, his brother played for me years ago, Vern Detson. They had a whole bunch of Detsons that went through there over the years. And Charlie, of course, outstanding player at Franklin and Marshall for Glenn Robinson. There you see the kind of game we've seen tonight. A lot of players on the floor, a lot of players diving after basketball. You love that.
Good hustle from both teams. I just wanted to say that.
3-point field goals so far. Trinity 1 of 6. McDevitt 3 of 7 here in this quarter.
Little role reversal here. Trinity was 4 for 8 in the first half, and McDevitt was only 1 for 6. So it's, look at that, good defense, good effort.
Great piece of defense that time by Katie Sager. Pull up by Stevenson. She's been quiet this quarter. And another rebound by Fuller. Colbert. Ball taken back by Fuller. Fuller's really been a good presence there. And then the outside look, a little too quick maybe off the hands of Regan. And Trinity's got it back.
He's not afraid to put it up,
no.
That's for sure.
Here's Dorsey. Probably got away with a walk. Stevenson gets a chance to spot up. Won't go. Battle for the rebound. Third quarter ends 37-35. The Shamrocks take a 2-point lead to the final quarter on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools throughout their A-plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giantfoodstores.com/school-rewards. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson courtside here. There you see the faithful from, and wearing all black tonight, from Trinity, actually. Well, let's head to Jeff Thompson, who coached here at Trinity for a few years. And Jeff, that third quarter up and down, what was your take?
Well, my take was this place is filled up, and I think the girls are starting to feel the pressure. It's got an atmosphere of a playoff, and I wasn't so sure that the shot selection in the last 2 minutes was all that good on either side.
Couldn't agree with you more. Thought that's a great observation, Jeff, that, yeah, both teams not shooting it terribly well their last 2 minutes. Need to get back into their character here as we start the fourth quarter. Trinity with a 2-point lead, and then the throwaway as Dorsey. Only girls do that. You never notice if girls put their hands to their mouth. Guys never do that. They'll throw it away and they kind of duck.
Yeah.
The girls, it's a little different reaction sometimes. That's the one difference between girls and boys basketball. Todd, your thoughts here in the third quarter as we head to the fourth here?
Well, with the possessions counting, I mean, McDevitt's gotten a little bit away from what they need to do, and that's getting up and down the court. But they're going to have to go half court, and they're going to have to make something good here. How about going inside out?
Trinity's back in man-to-man, too. They got out of the zone.
I don't know. I like that zone for Trinity. I thought that it was a great job.
Well, there's why, because you didn't get Carter involved. Now, Carter missed the shot there, but all of a sudden, right away off that screen, you get your big getting a touch.
And I understand maybe going away from that zone for a couple, 2-3 possessions of man-to-man. But if the guards start beating your guards again like McDevitt was doing in the first half, then you got to go back to the 2-3.
I think a lot of times, though, coaches have a base defense, and they say, well, I need to get back to that. That's where we live.
And I always say you live where you're winning.
Yep.
And numbers won't lie. You get stops in one defense.
Every night's a different portrait, right?
That's right, though. That's right.
Let's see if they get it back into Carter. That's where they're looking right now. And they screened across. It had Johnson that time. Now Johnson screens across. Now you get Carter again on the inside.
See, when you go man-to-man, McDevitt does a good job about trying to look inside.
See it right away. You're getting the big some shots. Again, they're not converting right now, so you're kind of lucky if you're Trinity. But, you're getting the big some touches that you didn't have before. And speaking of bigs, back into the game here comes number 33, Bridget Fuller, the 6'2 junior. And she's been a force so far. She's played very well. Nothing on the board, but she's kept things alive. She's done a good job rebounding. You got a backside screen. And there's Fuller right away. And Fuller can't quite hook up. But you get a tip, and it stays with Bishop McDevitt.
Fuller needs to just gather herself a little bit and learn to go straight up and down. I mean, that was a screen for the screener play on the out-of-bounds play. And that's how McDevitt got that layup. And then they're going to give the ball back to McDevitt here. Be aware of the screener for screener play, Gary. It's one of the oldest in the book, but it's effective for McDevitt.
Screener is always the most open person on the floor. Watch
right
this.
Here.
Screen for screener, backside.
They didn't go all the way through with it.
Trinity's done a good job, though, of covering that. They've gotten down. Now Carter, maybe not with a shot you'd normally want her to take. Again, we don't see them every night, so that's based on seeing them tonight. Here's Moore. Man-to-man, but very tight to the block right now. They're not out in the lanes anymore. They're keeping it a whole different style than they played in the first half with that chasing man-to-man.
They're chasing the man-to-man, but that allows Trinity to be a little tighter. Trinity's doing a better job of look at where Trinity's offense gets set up. It's at the top of the key. Look at it gets tighter. It's better that way. And they had Stevenson open before the foul.
You saw the foul there on Fuller. Inside it goes, and nobody able to hook up with these close shots on either team right now. It's going cold. And Fuller trying to get away and then picked up by Dorsey. Dorsey never said die, and Dorsey, who's been all over the place tonight, another score here for Trinity. Dorsey now with 9 points in the game. And again, McDevitt missing. They have 4 on 2 on the break. And up and under it goes as Fedorov is going to go to the line. Jeff Thompson, Trinity, all of a sudden the recipient of a lot of missed shots at the other end by McDevitt, and here you go. They're running nice and control to the other end.
They sure are, and we haven't talked much about Braley Fedorov, but she's shown a lot of poise out there. And not to mention Jocelyn Dorsett just made a big play.
There is Fedorov again with her 5th point of the night now. 2 out of 3 for the line. She's made her last 2. Fedorov again. 6 points. Don't forget we have the boys ending the doubleheader coming up afterward tonight with some very special things going on between games, and we'll tell you more about that later. 6-point lead, tie for the biggest lead of the night now by Trinity. Peja says, I want to get things back under control. Can't hook up again. Another one of those shots. It's kind of a throw up and not really the strong finish you want.
Yeah, I mean, Trinity dodged a bullet there. Again, Colbert beats him off the dribble in the man-to-man. Can't finish. Can't finish because you got some long arms in there. Look at Stevenson wanting the ball. I would get her touches.
I think the dribble by Dorsey cost her the shot there.
Oh, my.
What a great move to the basket by Tasia Colbert. She's now got 13 points in the game.
Gary, you see where she thrives? Open court.
Yep.
That's where she thrives.
Cuts it back to 4. Missed shot downtown by Stevenson. Give credit to Carter for rushing Stevenson a bit on that shot.
Yeah,
Here's Colbert again.
Stevenson doesn't have legs right now. She's tired.
And there's where Colbert might want to pull up a little bit. Instead of that twisty kind of turny shot out there. And I think Christy Britton saw what you saw. She calls time out of the floor. We'll take one as well. It's 41-37. Trinity leads it. 4:52 to go in the fourth on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Can we have fries? Yep.
Can we have milkshakes?
You got it.
Can we get a motorcycle?
Nutritious twists they'll actually like at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Nature's Promise packaged meat or seafood products, 25% off.
Welcome back to Harry DeFrank Court here at Trinity, where it's 41-37. The Shamrocks lead it. Let's head to Jeff Thompson, who's got some observations on Ava Stevenson's play this half.
Well, Ava Stevenson's a for real player, but we have to give a lot of credit to McDevitt. They blocked her first shot in the second half, and she's hitching a little bit on her shot. She got an extra hitch, and it's been short the last 3 times.
And you know the other part about that too, Jeff and Todd, is they're making her move off her spot. She's not getting a chance to set those feet as she was the first half and shoot it in rhythm. You take a three-point shooter out of rhythm, Todd, and you've got yourself a pretty good defensive game going on.
She's out of rhythm because they keep mixing different girls on her, and Colbert does a good job. Colbert's small, but she closes out well against Stevenson. Stevenson pressed herself a little bit. I think she needed to get her legs under her.
Here comes Trinity back with that, or McDevitt rather, with that defense was so good in the first half. They need something. They're only 1 out of 12 in 2-point field goals this half is McDevitt.
This is a good time to put this press on McDevitt, or on Trinity. Look at that. 10 seconds, got the turnover you wanted.
It seemed like a quick 10 seconds where
I'm a little quicker than normal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a 10 seconds that you have when you want to go home and catch a new show on TV. So, or the playoff tonight.
Football.
Yeah, you got it. McDevitt with the basketball here. Down by 4. One a good set piece there. Good pull up there by Moore. Not going to go. Another offensive rebound. And again, what you saw there, you got the penetration of the guards. You get the big now on the boards a little bit, whereas with that zone when they started the second half, you weren't getting either of those two things.
Yeah, that's the thing. I liked 2-3 for that reason. Now, McDevitt's not finishing. If McDevitt was finishing right now, Gary, it'd be a different game. Obviously, we know that. It sounds pretty fundamental, but they get to the foul line because you got to foul them because they're working the ball inside because of guard penetration.
And Miranda Keller misses her shot there. So foul line not much more gracious than the 2-point area right now. Second shot coming from Keller here. She was 2 of 2 before that. So pretty nice stroke from Keller, and 0 of 2 this time.
Well, that hurts you right there in this possession. But you're not getting many possessions now with 4 minutes to go.
So Moore has it, kicks it. Good job by Moore getting off to the far side and finds Sager over there, and Sager in for 2. And then a walk on the other end, and all of a sudden things kind of falling apart here for the moment for McDevitt. Sager, by the way, with 3 points tonight. Now you get the heat put on here and more in the backcourt. You haven't seen that for a while. Here's Stevenson trying to force the issue a bit. Stevenson up with the left hand.
Good move, just too far from the basket when she made it.
Sager again getting the rebound, and a timeout called by Christy Britton. 3:52 to go here in the third quarter. A 6-point lead for the Shamrocks here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
6-point lead for Trinity, and Christy Britton called the timeout there. Jeff Thompson, what's she saying in the timeout, you think?
Well, I'm looking at Jalen Moore, and I think she's handling herself a lot better later in the game. She made a really fine pass the last time. Her head was up.
Yeah, you had talked about that at the half, that really not having the headlights up all the time and finding the open player. And she was in a much better rhythm coming down the floor and found the open girl over there, Sager, for a good shot. So Trinity loses the basketball here. Nothing like losing off a timeout, Todd. Nothing makes a coach feel worse, right?
Right. Coach Britton took that timeout to say, hey, let's get a good set. Because of the possession being 43-37, we need a good set there, and they lost the ball. This is big for McDevitt, though. McDevitt's not finishing offensively.
What else is big there is a fourth foul called on Moore, and that is a huge factor right here. Speaking of Moore, how about Sanaya Morris says, I can find a way to get into the basket, too, and Sanaya Moore with her first deuce of the night. Here's Jaylen Moore coming back against her. Now, Sanaya Moore has make that rather. Colbert had plenty of heat on, but too much. She gets called for the foul.
I mean, it's good defense, but it was extra heat on her. I don't know.
It was body the whole way.
It was body.
Yeah. So here's Jaylen Moore at the line. See the leading scorer tonight, 15 points, but misses this one. It should go off McDevitt out again, bounds here. So Trinity will get it. And Moore will trigger it. They're going to look to come back to Moore maybe. Inside play to Stevenson. Stevenson really cold this half. Had a good chance there to put one away, couldn't do it.
Great job out of Keller getting that rebound.
And almost the fifth foul on Moore right there. She slapped down. Colbert, not going to go. Rebound, Moore, and all of a sudden Moore coming alive. Nothing there. Another rebound for McDevitt. And the foul is called on Sager.
How about Miranda Keller? First of all, Miranda Keller, you're getting my all steel mill team as well, the way she's working tonight onside. Because, listen, Colbert was not set on that last shot she took, and it takes 22 Keller to get it. So look at her. Get after it.
Keller missed her last two free throws after making the first two. She's got 6 points in the night. These are big now. And another miss, 3 in a row now from Keller. But you're right, she gets down the court, gets on the glass right away. She's always around the basketball. Boy, this place is packed now. You look around this gym tonight, and they are ready to roll here.
There's not a seat because you got a whole bunch wanting to come in yet, and I just don't know how they're going to get them all in.
Don't anybody tell the fire marshal. And finally, hooking it up here is Keller after missing 3 in a row. She's now 3 out of 6 for the night with 7 points. They've closed the lead to within 3.
3-point game, token man-to-man pressure from McDevitt.
Trinity's been on that 43 for a long, long time, and they get it stolen away again by Moore. And then another steal back by Trinity. Dorsey throws it up. She gets fouled.
It's gotten a little hectic.
Little wild down there. So Dorsey is going to head to the line now, and that's the 4th foul.
Dorsey's been tough at the line tonight.
So Dorsey misses her free throw. She has 9 points in the game so far. When you start looking at our Hoffman Ford player of the game, the Dorsey would get some consideration for sure.
I would honestly say I would agree with you on that. I just think she's done a lot of nice things in that.
Well, she and Moore, I think, have been the two Pistons for Trinity tonight. Speaking of Moore, it's how about this one? Sanai missing. Brought down by Stevenson. Quick to the other end. Fedorov. I'll tell you what, Sanaya Moore has got some serious quick hands, and you see it again. She is making life miserable back there.
And Sanaya Moore's only a sophomore.
And finally, the ball goes to Trinity here. Sanaya Moore just making it tough, and they called a timeout to Christy Britton. So we'll take one as well. It's 44-40, 2:28 to go in this one. Don't go away. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
44-40, Trinity leads it here. 2:28 to go in this one. Jeff Thompson's on the baseline. And, man, we're watching some good defense out front by some of these guards, Jeff.
Well, Katie Sager made 2 of the toughest steals I've ever seen. She just ripped the ball away from a lot of pressure. And right now, that's the reason they still maintain possession of the ball.
Well, and Sanaya Morris also keeping the heat on in the backcourt, which is making it tough to hang on to possession of the ball, Topic.
It is. That heat has been, it's really plagued Trinity. But, you know, one of the biggest things that McDevitt's hurt tonight, and this, right now they're 4 for 8 from the foul line in the second half, 50%. That's not going to do it in this close game, 44-40. Every possession counts.
And yet the problem is they're a 50% free throw shooting team for the year. So they're playing to their percentages right now. You need to play a little bit above that tonight is what Todd's saying to win this basketball game.
Yeah, to beat Trinity. Look at the pressure.
Stevenson with the ball in her hands. Notice they took it out of Moore's hands there because of the heat she's getting.
Man,
Moore's being covered hard right now by Mostyn.
Mostyn's done an amazing job on her.
Remember, Moore has 4 fouls right now. And when the player's on you that tight, she pushed off the one time for one of those fouls. The Trinity trying to milk the clock a little bit here. A 2-possession game. Precarious 2-possession game at the moment. And they're obviously trying to be very, very deliberate in this situation. Here comes the trap, backside. Fedorov with it. Here comes the trap again. Fedorov's going to go through. They've milked it down now about 40 seconds. Here's your double team, and you're going to get a foul call. So Christy Britton says, hey, with 2:28 to go, I'm going to try to bring this one home and milk it. What are your thoughts there, Todd?
I would have done the same exact thing. I mean, unless it's a layup, there's no reason to have to fire a shot up there. And Trinity does a great job with the time and score here.
Now here's a big one because Moore can put this on a 2-long possession game right here. Moore's shot is up, no good.
That was a stop for Trinity, actually, if you look at it that way.
For Bishop McDevitt, rather.
I mean, McDevitt, excuse me. You know what I was thinking.
You got it.
Big possession.
Man to man. Don't you want to go inside to the big right here and get it in the hands of this young lady, let her come off the screen. There's the split. She gets up, not going to go. Another offensive rebound, though, and it's Carter who has been quiet here in the second half. Timeout on the floor, 1:10 to go. A 2-point lead for Trinity. We take a break. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
There's Kevin Deuce in the McDevitt huddle right now. His team down by 2. 1:10 to go in this one. Let's get to Jeff Thompson. And Jeff, the final 1:10, what's Kevin Deuce saying to his club right now?
Well, keep playing tough defense. They've bitten the bullet twice on one-on-one situations. I think Trinity has to get the ball to their better foul shooters and close the game out.
For the game and the free throw shooters, speaking of that, Trinity 13 of 18, McDevitt 4 of 8 for the game. Offensive rebounds, we've talked about that a lot, Todd. 16-16 for both teams now for the game. So the offensive rebounds have been a factor, but they're as even as the score is right now.
If you want to go back inside the huddle, I was Trinity try to score here, but if I had to go back on defense, I'd play 2-3 just to hold out here. You know, McDevitt can break you down off the dribble. They've done it all night.
Right now, I think you want to get it in the hands of Stevenson or Britton.
Yeah, get it in the hands of your finishers from the foul line.
Britton would like to have it in the hands of one of those two. She's the coach, obviously.
That's where you need it, right there.
And you really want to use the pass a lot more right now instead of the dribble because of the heat they're putting on the ball.
Well, they double well. McDevitt does a great job defensively in that double team.
You get a lot more dribbling here from Fedorov. Pick it back out. They still have a 2-point lead. Sometimes you get into this and you forget about scoring, and it can hurt you later on.
And I don't know when you're going to want to foul. I'd probably put a foul down now.
Now you got 35 seconds to go, and there's the foul. It'll be called against Tasia Colbert.
Moore missed her last one, and man, she'll probably make good on this. I mean, this is how you win games, close them out.
Well, now you get I think this always makes the free throw shooter better. Now you're in the double bonus here. So your first one, you don't have the pressure on it. So I think a lot of times it makes the decent free throw shooter better, and the first one has no pressure, and look what happened.
Yeah. Down the stretch one. The down the stretch one you want, 45-42.
Well, this is the one where you get the pressure, but I think there's far less pressure on this second one now that you got the first one home. Moore with 16 points on the night. Has had a superior game here in the second half, and second one is no good.
That leaves it all open, though. It's one possession.
Long possession, three-pointer. So now you got plenty of time to get two two-pointers. They want to get Johnson if they can. She was setting her feet up there. She's going to step back out the wing here in a moment. And you want to get that three. There you go. You got the shot you want, and then tying it up is Colbert. Inside screen, and Colbert got the shot she wanted as Sanaya Morris got her open. So Colbert got her feet set, 45-45. We'll keep it here. Take a look at this. Now watch. Inside screen comes up on the ball screen, more or less, and then outside goes Colbert, and you got to stay with her in that situation, man to man.
And it's set up by Sanaya Morris' penetration. She knew exactly where Colbert was going to be.
Yep.
And anybody watching at home that wants to play basketball, if you see your guard penetrate, you got to get an open spot up, squared away. And I just wanted to take a second to hear the crowd. Then I got chills on top of that because I'm telling you what, tonight's an electric night to be here in Trinity. So if you can't be here, why not better to be watching it?
Exactly right. So the inside move by Sanaya pulled the defender over, and quickly stepping out to the wing and getting her feet set was Tasia Colbert. She now has 14 points on the night. 1 out of 6 for McDevitt in the first half on the threes. 4 of 10 here in the second half. So 40%. That's going to win you some games.
That 40% for McDevitt has been the turning point here in the second half.
Now if you're McDevitt, you don't want to foul, but you want to put the heat up. For Trinity, you want to make sure you handle the basketball right here.
I put token pressure on him. I'd be careful. I don't want to foul here.
8 seconds to go. Here comes Stevenson right down the lane. Stevenson tries to get it up. No foul called. Ball tied up. We're heading to overtime. 45-45 as we head to overtime. Should it be any other way? It's all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Back here at Harry DeFrank Court at Trinity, packed house, 45-45 were the first game, and we head to a 4-minute overtime, Trinity and McDevitt. And right away, we start the way we opened with Colbert getting the first shot. Jeff Thompson, that last play before overtime, great job on defense by McDevitt, stopping Trinity on the drive. They got Stevenson down the middle. She couldn't quite hook up, and it was all McDevitt defense.
Yeah, they did a wonderful job defensively helping out on Ava Stevenson.
So here's Trinity still in man-to-man.
No, Trinity went back to 2-3, and they got beat.
Mostyn says, how about a three? I haven't had one since the first quarter. She's got 8 points and a huge three here.
Highest percentage shot, top to keep from the three-point lane.
Good pass underneath by Moore, and she finds.
She got Dorsey there.
Dorsey
on the
there
layup.
Again. Give credit to Moore though. She's played a great game. And how about this? All of a sudden they're lighting it up. Woo! Downtown we go with Colbert.
Oh, and Sanaya comes up with a big steal there.
And the defense by Sanaya, again, good. And all blue under the basket to put it away. You need a timeout right here for Trinity.
Immediately.
As Johnson puts it back. Bishop McDevitt erupts in the overtime. A 6-point lead, 3:06 to go on High School Sports Live to be on ABC 27.3.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dolphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
First team that scores in overtime usually has an advantage. First team hits 2 threes in overtime usually has an advantage, Jeff Thompson, and that's exactly what McDevitt did right here. As we head further into the overtime now, McDevitt, their largest lead of the game at 6 points. A couple times Trinity had gotten to 7. And here's the pressure right now, and I'll tell you what, the defense of Sanaya Morris has been crucial here in the overtime time.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. And she's sophomore now. Stepped her game up. And right now, if you're McDevitt, you don't have to do anything. Settle down in your offense. You're up 6.
Yeah, here's where you want to be thinking right now. They're going to run screens and look inside with the bigs.
Pull through.
There's Moore coming underneath. And then a good give and go. Little handcuff coming down the lane, but it's stolen again by Colbert, who has 19 points. And Colbert is going to be fouled, and she's going to head to the line. Or is she?
She will. She got fouled hard. I tell you what, she took an elbow in the back of the head.
So Colbert back at the line. And I say back at the line, first time there tonight. All 3s and 2s on the score sheet. Now you can add a 1 to it. 20 points in the game for Peja Colbert. She had 15 last night in a losing effort over at Mechanicsburg in a tough game. 58-51, they lost in that one. But
and that's a tough matchup in the Keystone. Mechanicsburg's really good, undefeated in the Keystone.
9-0 so far there. But Colbert coming back here tonight with another scintillating game.
You know, you just there's a lot going on to score, but there was no buzzer, and Trinity subbing players in and off the floor without a buzzer, and you know, of course, that's leaving Colbert on the line way too long. That was a good distraction, but if the referees wise, they got to take a look at this because, you know, without that buzzer notification, you can't bring players in. There should be a stoppage in play right here as far as the foul line.
And now you say,
wait a minute,
is that, you know, what's going on here? Did we beckon her in? Did she come in before we beckoned her in? And you're right. Now look at Colbert. Smartly steps off the line.
Perfect.
He's waiting at the top of the key. Now you can beckon in the player. And now Kevin Deuce is going to say, you know what? Let's see what I'm wondering if they're thinking about calling a technical foul here. I hope not.
Just at this point, I'd leave it right where it was, even if I made a mistake from the official standpoint. Okay?
And I think the official's saying they come on. Maybe they thought we beckoned her. I'm not sure. Jeff, what are they talking about there?
I think they're talking about the substitution and the way they handled it.
Well, look at Kevin Deuce and Chrissy Bridger having a nice chat there.
I don't think there's any technical foul.
Nope.
I just think it was the way that they handled the substitution.
And I think the official did a good job there getting over and saying, hey, you know what? probably wasn't the best it could have been. Let's see if it affected Teja.
It did. I mean, it was too much time. You can't help it. It's a psyche thing when basketball, but it just...
No, they didn't give her the first shot, and that's what affected it. That's what happened. They didn't give her the first shot, and they didn't give her the second shot, and those are two big misses right now with 2:44 to play. That could have put it up in a 3-possession game.
Sure could have.
So take that one off the board, the first one. 19 points, and Trinity throws it away.
Man, in a possession, big game like this, Trinity.
Still lots of time. 2.5 to go. Trinity taking away that first pass on the flex offense. So important to get that first pass to the elbow right here. And Trinity disrupting that pretty well here. But these two guards have played great here. Mostyn and Moore, and add to that Colbert.
Just have to break the 5-second timeout. It was probably a good call there out of McDevitt.
We want to make sure everybody's on the same page. It's 53-47. Bishop McDevitt leads it. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for the final 2:07 on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Six-point lead for McDevitt. 2:07 left in the overtime. Let's go to Jeff Thompson.
Well, some interesting developments. Obviously, McDevitt got on fire from three-point land, inspired, and Trinity's got to see what they have left. It's really a gut check. They've got to come back and see what they have left.
Well, right now, not a lot. I mean, they scored 2 in the overtime so far, but they're down by 6 and an 8-2 run by McDevitt, Todd. And right now, they got to find a way to get a stop and get the ball back in their hands. I think Kevin Deuce is saying to us right now, it may be time for us to start to play the clock a little bit.
Oh, definitely. You got to be in your weave matchup here. You don't have to force anything. See,
like that.
See, careful.
And the ball goes. They're going to call a foul.
And don't think that Coach Dukes is not telling Diana about it, man.
And he's walking down the line of it. He said, "What did I just say? You got to think through this. You don't need a penetrating pass right now. You need a non-penetrating pass, a safe pass back on front."
And that was a pass that was 3 feet away to your bigs that are kneecaps. They can't catch those kind of balls.
So now you get to score without the clock running, and stepping in there to do it is Jocelyn Dorsett.
Can I say I really love Jocelyn Dorsey's play tonight? I mean, I think she's just been a consistent hustler tonight for Trinity.
She has 13 points tonight as well. 5-point game, but here you got it again. Now you want to pull it back out and start playing the clock. You got a 5-point lead, which is 2 possessions. 1 long, 1 short. And here's Moore. Boy, you have the people out there to do it right now with Mostyn and Moore. They'll watch the 5-second call here. Here comes Mostyn now. So you got 3 guards out there that can handle it. Mostyn, Moore, and Teja.
They're all good at handling the ball, but you're big. You threw it to your big, and she almost threw it away. Like, it's almost like at this point in time, Gary, we used to talk about it. Maybe your 4 and 5 doesn't touch the ball at all.
Nope, your 3 independent players, your 3 creators are going to touch the ball, and your non-creators, your dependent players, they don't do anything unless they're standing in the middle of the floor.
Right, emergency statues is what they are in a game like this.
In the quarter, you're inviting a trap or you're inviting a steal on the pass back out. Now they got the idea now. Trinity trying to foul. And there it is. So you take your chances now. And the chances you take are with Colbert. But for the Shamrocks, that's only their 6th foul. So 1 more foul. Oh, they're going to say that is the 7th down. 1-1. So here comes Jalen Moore back in. Going offense, defense there is Christy Britton. 2 huge free throws here. Over the line. And another mistake. So she's 0 for 3 her last 3 times stepping in there after having made one that didn't count. Made another one there, it didn't count. And so it's still a question mark instead of an exclamation point here with 1:18 to go. 5-point lead, Jalen Moore's got it. You don't want to foul if you can help it.
They're reaching too much, McDevitt.
Jalen Moore throws it up. Not a good shot, and then the foul from behind on Trinity.
Yeah, coming in there and make that foul was Anna Maria Spilla. It was a little bit reckless. He came flying out, but actually stopping the clock's not necessarily a bad thing because McDevitt's not converting from the foul line.
No, they're not. They're going to send Sanaya Morris in there. Now, she's not been to the free throw line yet tonight.
And she struggles a little bit in her delivery. She needs to make these right here, though, for McDevitt.
So this is a one-on-one situation here for McDevitt again. Another opportunity. And Moore, again, missed. But they get the ball back, and now you can freeze it away. And again, very quick foul by Trinity as Federoff's going to get called for the foul, and Johnson will head to the line. Johnson has not been to the line yet tonight either.
No, they're putting more. They're putting Sanaya
Moore back, back on the line.
I think you were right in your call on that. But
McDevitt only 4 out of 12 for the line so far.
And
Moore
had the lead in overtime doing that.
How about that one? Big. Two long possessions. This was even bigger, though, Todd.
Yeah. How many times are you going to have a lead when you're 4 for 12 from the foul line?
Now you're 5 for 13. You'd like to say 6 for 14 here in a moment. Moore could put this up to a 3-possession game, but doesn't. Rebound Trinity. Moore's got it. Mostyn on her. You got to get it in the hands of Stevenson. And that's 2 times down now. One, a missed shot, and now a throwaway. You didn't need that.
I was almost going to say, Gary, if I was McDevitt, I'd back the pressure off. But you know what? When you put the pressure on, look what happens. Trinity has really needed to go back in their game plan tonight. If they come away losing this game, they need to look on the game film at how to handle pressure.
4 turnovers in overtime for Trinity. That's a big difference. There's Stevenson, and they've, again, picked out, this time it's going to be Colbert they foul. Colbert has missed her last 3 in a row, although she's made 2 of them, but they didn't count.
She still had the biggest shot of the night. The shot hurt around Camp Hill, and that was that 3-pointer to tie. I mean, set herself up, squared off. She's played such a good game. Over 20 points tonight.
Well, here she is, and this one does count. She's got 20 points now, finally.
And, Gary, she's playing in front of who's who tonight. I saw Tavon Bowers, the Wake Forest transfer from QB1 to the McDevitt quarterback many years ago. He came into the house tonight. I'm looking around. I see Trump. I see lots of people tonight in this crowd.
Well, 56-48, so you got a 3-possession lead right now with 48.4 seconds to go. And really all you got to do is play the 3-point line. You don't want to foul.
I agree.
2s aren't going to hurt you.
You can back off here a little bit from McDevitt. You don't want to foul them and put them at the line.
No, you don't. But you got to get 3s right now if you're Trinity, and you're not finding them. Good man-to-man defense by McDevitt. See the 3 here? Let her put it back.
You're fine.
And then a foul up by a young lady who's played very, very well tonight, Dorsey.
Hats off to Jocelyn Dorsett and her play tonight. I think she really stepped up for Trinity.
Jeff Thompson, a valiant effort here by the Shamrocks tonight, but it was too much in the overtime by McDevitt.
I think that Trinity's running out of oxygen. McDevitt was too quick, too long, and it just took its toll finally.
21 points here in the second half for Tasia Colbert.
Big change in the second half, Gary. Trinity went 1 for 9 from the 3-point range. That's a killer. That's a killer.
1 out of 9 from 3-point line trade, and Stevenson was not one of those.
No, she had those 2 in the middle, and it just tonight she was frustrated. But was it the shooting, or was it more the frustration from the great defense? And I think
it was more the frustration, the man-to-man defense, and I think they just didn't allow her to have a shot. She had 2 threes second quarter, has not scored since then. She had 8 points for the game.
Can I say this? I want to take an opportunity to tell Kevin Dupes and his staff, they did a heck of a job tonight. Heck of a job coaching tonight.
I thought the move by the 2-3 to start second half by Christy Britton was brilliant.
Good move there, right.
When they got out of that, I thought that really gave McDevitt a chance to get back into it. Again, I never know a team well the way a coach does, so they have reasons for doing that. Right. And so I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying, as you look at the game, though, the 2-3 certainly had Bishop McDevitt frustrated. I think the 2 threes by Johnson scared him a little bit.
It did.
And got him out of that 2-3. Here's Stevenson finally with a look, not going to go. That's been the way it's going the second half for her. Jump ball will go with Trinity here with 7.7 seconds to go.
I think I would have told Ava tonight if I'm in the locker room, if I even had a chance, the privilege to coach number 3, I would have told her, She has such a nice job with that 10-foot game, 12-foot game off the dribble. I'd have gone to that sometime tonight.
And there's
more.
That's what's happened in the second half with Stevenson tonight. Just hasn't been able to hook up on anything. And that's it. 58-50. McDevitt wins it in overtime here. Outstanding game. And when we come back, we are going to check out our Giant post-game report, our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game, and our Hoffman Ford player of the game, all right after this.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Welcome back to our Giant post-game report. McDevitt wins it in overtime over Trinity in the first 2 tonight, 58-50. And Todd McCall, you know, you look at this basketball game. I want to take a look, first of all, our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game. And that occurred here in the third quarter. Let's take a look at it right now.
Well, I mean, I didn't get a chance to hear what it was, but it's probably no doubt right here. Sanaya Morris with the penetration right here. Boom, square up Colbert. That's why we told you you're the player of the game. Boom, dropped at the bottom of the net. Look at this penetration.
And we said third quarter. How about the second 3 of the overtime?
And that tied it up.
And that was just huge.
That put it in overtime.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Into overtime. That was the move that got it to overtime. And then in overtime, they come out, hit 2 threes right away. And a great job there. And our Hoffman Ford player of the game is none other than Tasia Colbert. 21 points tonight. Some great assists, some great defensive play, along with their counterparts out there, Mostyn and Moore. And take a look at what some of the things she did tonight. Jeff?
Well, Trinity had a chance to win that game. Trinity had a chance to win that game. They missed some 3 straight opportunities from the foul line, and I think it opened the door for the heroics of Tasia.
Exactly.
There you saw the shot that got them to the overtime. And then in the overtime, they hit some big threes as well. And, of course, Tasia finally hitting some free throws down the stretch. 58-50, your final score here tonight. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. Stay tuned for a special interview coming up with Charlie Fortney, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jack
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambavo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
I'm here with Julie Walker from the Peyton Walker Foundation. Julie is a pioneer of just educating the public. You're hitting it out of the ballpark, Julie, with just you and a lot of great families. Like last night, Jen Kuhn, Toby Kuhn, who lost her JT Kuhn to sudden cardiac arrest up there at Big Springs. They're planning a big event because of the partnership with Peyton Walker. But today here at Trinity McDevitt, it was a tremendous event. The beat goes on. Look at the T-shirt here.
Absolutely.
Talk about how the time this started today, everything that happened, and how excited you are about what's going on.
Oh, man, it's been a great day. We've been here all day with all the different matchups between Bishop McDevitt and Trinity. Jordan Dupes, one of the coaches for the JV team, the JV girls, reached out and said, hey, we have this event every year, but let's make it a benefit for the Peyton Walker Foundation. So it's been a great day. We're educating families about sudden cardiac arrest, which, as you know, #1 killer of student athletes, leading cause of death on school campuses. So we've turned it into an education day, fundraising day. We've been able to raise funds to purchase AEDs and provide free heart screenings, which, as Jen Kuhn had talked about last night, we're doing a heart screening in JT's memory at Big Spring in March. So,
well, and as a parent who has 3 children who fit this age group, 2 of my 3 need this still.
Absolutely.
And they are going to get it because of this education. So if you're a parent at home and you have, what age group needs to get screened to be safe? Talk about that.
So we typically screen kids 12 to 19 years old. Our heart screenings are absolutely free. There's no charge. Jump online, PeytonWalker.org, or if it's easier to remember, ScreenYourTeen.org. You have to pre-register. There's a screening in February at Manheim Township, in March at Big Spring. So, and if you can't get into our screening, ask your pediatrician or primary care doc to do an electrocardiogram for your kid. Get that baseline EKG and make sure their hearts are okay.
That's awesome. You brought up a stat at you. By the way, you provided an AED for the advanced hoops and the Team PA program, so we appreciate that. But you gave a stat to our parents. Tell me if I'm right in remembering this. That out of every 100 kids in this age group, 2 of them will not pass this test.
Right.
So 2 out of 100 kids will not pass this test. This is not 1 out of 1,000, 2 out of 100. Very important that your kids get screened. Julie, thank you. I know you got a lot going on here. And don't go away, because later on tonight, there is what?
We've got an AED donation coming up for McDevitt. We've got a halftime challenge between athletic directors shooting foul shots, so it should be fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Julie. We'll be back in a few minutes with the pregame for the McDevitt boys and the Trinity boys. Don't go away.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Mom, can we have burgers? Sure. Can we have fries? Yep.
Can we have milkshakes?
You got it.
Can we get a motorcycle?
Nutritious twists they'll actually like at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Nature's Promise packaged meat or seafood products, 25% off.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
High School Sports Live, in partnership with ABC 27 News, is proud to present the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders versus the Trinity Shamrocks boys game tonight. Tonight's broadcast is officially dedicated to the Peyton Walker Foundation. High School Sports Live would like to give a special thank you to the Peyton Walker Foundation for their mission of increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. The foundation provides free heart screenings for students and athletes throughout the state of Pennsylvania. And tonight, and all season long, we would like to pay special tribute to Greg Mace, who passed away recently. Not only was he a legend in South Central Pennsylvania for his sports journalism and broadcasting, but High School Sports Live owes its very existence to Greg Mace. Greg partnered with Charlie Fortney to put high school sports on live TV, and to the Mace family, we send our condolences and vow as a program to honor Greg and all he did to help high school sports play live on TV. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, the coaches, Todd McCall, and of course, Jeff Thompson, who coached here at Trinity some years ago with the girls back in 82 to 84 and took them to a state championship game and a couple district champions. And we've got a good one on our hands here tonight. We've got two teams that are ranked pretty high in the state right now, and both these teams have big credentials. Trinity comes into the game tonight 8-0, 4-0 in the Capital Conference. On the other side, 7-2 for McDevitt. They come in here 4-0 in the Keystone. Two teams that have something to say this year about what's going to happen in those two conferences. And Todd McCall, we talk about McDevitt. They're really a balanced team, but you got to talk about Jake Kelly right out of the gate.
Well, Jake Kelly's been a special player. We've called his name so many times last year. I feel like he was one of the biggest single-handed reasons why McDevitt under Coach Gaffey beat Trinity. Jake Kelly settled into himself. He's exactly the kind of player you want to lead you in a big. What can I say? He's a big-time performer.
On the other side, Jeff Thompson, you've got a guy who had one of the great state championship finals last year. 40-some points, had the last shot to win it. Trinity lost it by 1. It was a tough one. 2 more seconds, they might have won that state championship. But his name is Chance Westry, and this kid comes in with some real credentials tonight. 27 points a game. I mean, he's getting it done.
He certainly is getting done. And 9 days ago, he broke the Trinity single-season scoring record 51 years ago set by Kevin Morrissey. That's going back a lot of history of Trinity basketball, and he's right up there right now. He's a legend already.
You talk about two coaches here that are really outstanding. Mike Gaffey for Bishop McDevitt has done a great job here the last couple of years. And, of course, Larry Kostelak is a legend here, much like his dad was. He's had a couple state championships and a couple more appearances in there, and he really gets it done as well. Your thoughts about that?
Well, first of all, Trinity side and Larry Kostelak, I always hated playing him. I hated being on the other side of things because he always had so many players. But it's a special person, Mike Gaffey. He was an early mentor to me, hired me at Palmyra. I can't say enough about him. His father, Bill Gaffey Sr., over 489 wins. Perfect matchup Perfect two coaches to be in a big-time performance like this tonight.
And, it's funny you mention that because two coaches with dads who are pretty good coaches out there with Bill Gaffey and, of course, on the other side, Larry Kostelak Sr. And you talk about this game tonight. Place is packed. These two love to get it on. It's a good rivalry. And Jeff, this is the kind of rivalry that you just soak in for the evening and savor.
Unbelievable. What an atmosphere. If the camera can get it, this is standing room only, and it's been that way since the third quarter of the girls' game. It's Trinity versus McDevitt. It's for the Catholic pride of the entire Harrisburg area.
And two different divisions fighting it out tonight, the Capital, the Keystone, so there's pride in that as well. All kinds of sub-stories, and we'll chase them all down for you this evening. We'll be back right after this to start this one. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We'll talk about it. Hi, Mrs. Torres. Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
At half court, we'll be holding hands tonight from Trinity and McDevitt and a solidary focus. So tonight, if we could have quiet with the same focus, we're going to also do this live on television. Greg Mace is the reason why McDevitt Trinity is live on TV tonight. I have a wonderful memory 3 years ago when Greg Mace told me we were not allowed to do any more Saturday games. And I said, Greg, you set the rules. That's no problem. Then 3 weeks later, I said, Greg, daggone it, Trinity and McDevitt are doing a live doubleheader on Saturday, and we can't do it because it's on Saturday. Greg said, no. It's Trinity. It's Trinity and McDevitt. Well, we can do that one. We can do that game. So Greg Mace is watching from on high, and this is the game that he made an exception for. So tonight, as we honor Greg and the players honor Greg, we're going to have about 15 seconds of a moment of silence, and everybody remembers Greg Mace's personality. So think of that greatest moment that you have of Greg Mace. Let's start the moment of silence right now. I am now going to say a prayer for the Mace family. Please bow your heads. Lord God, we thank you for the Greg Mace's life, and we pray for his family, that you be with them during this time, and we pray for the sports community. There's a lot of folks here tonight still dealing with his loss and what he meant to the community. So we ask that you comfort all those involved, and you be with the family as they cope with this loss. And we thank you for those memories, and we just pray that tonight's game would be an honor and a tribute to his life, because this is a game that he wanted to see on the High School Sports Live schedule. And God, we thank you for his life. Amen.
Amen.
We're going to send it back over to the table. About basketball.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Probably not a whole lot of dry eyes in this house. Greg Mace, a great sports director for ABC 27 for all those years. I knew Greg for a long time, and always a smile and always a great coverage of sports, not only high school, but also Penn State sports, Philadelphia sports, Baltimore sports. I mean, Greg Mace was it. Guys like Carl Ravitch came under his tutelage and went on to ESPN. And Greg, just a guy who helped us, who talked to us, Todd, and for a lot over the years. And I know I had never done play-by-play before. I was always a color guy. And he said, hey, let me give you some tips. And we would sit down. I'd talk to him every night after the game. Just a wonderful guy to talk to. And he sorely is missed here. But a great tribute tonight.
It was a great tribute, and he would love to see this. He never missed a game. He never missed 50 straight seasons at Baltimore Orioles opening pitch. He made every single one of them, but more importantly, he was the reason I have the opportunity to even do what I'm doing, and that is to call basketball and football in this mid-state.
Dedicate this game to Greg tonight.
Right.
So, Greg, if you're watching on High Man, enjoy. Getting ready to get this one underway here in just a few moments. And again, a very moving opening tribute here tonight. And they're putting up the starting lineups right now. We'll get them up here for you. First of all, our OSS visiting team tonight. We got Jake Kelly wearing number 22, Ben Marsico 2, Kenyon Elliott, and both those guys were seniors. Kenyon Elliott, a junior, 6'3", wearing number 5. Antoine Bird, a senior, 5'10", wearing number 13, and Chris Kolk, number 21, a senior, 6'3". That'll be the starting 5 tonight for your OSS visiting team. For the advanced hoops, home team tonight for Trinity, you get Ali Zangari, number 2, a dangerous three-point shooter, by the way. He is a guy who can knock it down in a hurry. Another guy, a veteran of this team, number 3, Ben Patton, the senior guard, 5'10". Zangari, by the way, goes 6'3". Marcus Beckett, wearing number 4, guard forward, senior, 6'4". And the guy that's everybody's watching, 6'5", Chance Westry, a sophomore, wearing number 11 tonight. He averaged 27 points a game. And finally, number 13, he's a forward. He's a junior at 6'4", Logan Groff. And those are your advanced hoops starting lineup here. Mike Gaffey, the head coach for McDevitt. Larry Kostelak Jr., the head coach for Trinity. We'll take one final break, and we'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dolphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
And welcome back. Trinity High School, packed house tonight. Two teams that are undefeated in their respective conferences. Bishop McDevitt, 7-2 overall. On the other side, you've got an 8-0 Trinity team. Both teams expect a lot this year. And both teams glad they're in this game tonight. Todd, this is one to get ready for.
It's playoff atmosphere. It's Jeff mentioned it as the pride of the Catholic League, really, in the Harrisburg Mid-State area. Who walks away from this gets a little bit more pride in their talk. Coach Gaffey, Larry Koslik, two legends going at it tonight. And I always said that when Coach Gaffey was hired at McDevitt, that was a perfect field for alumni, a guy who went to McDevitt.
Got a 2-3 zone right away by Trinity. And McDevitt finds a way to get inside that zone right away and score. And Kelly with the score.
Jake Kelly, you know what? That was a distraction play. That was a great idea right off the get-go. That was purpose-driven.
Got in behind the zone there a little bit. Look at the heat out front. Antoine Bird and everybody hawking right now. Look at this. And quickly up and in. Antoine Bird gets rewarded for a great pressure on the other end. And quickly 4-0 on the other end comes Trinity. And they're going to lose it.
Got a little. I love the pace of McDevitt defensively. Coach Gaffney telling his guys to get after it a little bit. Trinity was backing off in the 2-3. And now they're going with the diamond with just a little bit of token pressure. A 2-2-1 half-court press for Trinity.
Showing a little different pressure point each time. And now McDevitt looks it over again.
How does it feel like it's March the 2nd already?
Great point. There's a screen and then a back play. Great call. It was a screen on the ball and then the back play against the 2-3 zone looking for the alley-oop. Zangari with the basketball. Here's Westry. Westry right away. Look at that move. Westry up and in. You can see why he's 27 tonight. This guy is outstanding at the sophomore forward spot. Good look downtown. Set the feet, knock it down. Kenyon Elliott with his 3. Wow. And a timeout. 7-0, make that 7-2 run here by McDevitt. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. 6:13 left.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Well, I was blocked away. Give me a little bit of a rain check on that. I thought Westry scored. He didn't. So 7-0 run to start the game here from Bishop McDevitt. Jeff Thompson.
Well, Coach Gaffney had a special set for Kelly for a deuce. They ran a back door, and it kind of opened things up, and then a tremendous trap on Westry the very first possession. Kind of set the tone.
So a hard drive to the basket by Ben Patton gets rewarded with a foul, but no shot. So Trinity will have the ball underneath.
There's one thing I want to say, too, having been a student of Coach Gaffney as far as a young assistant coach. Scouting report-wise, there's no one better. He would make me scout teams 4 or 5 times a year. He's on every out-of-bounds play. That's what I've noticed about McDevitt.
And finally, Trinity able to answer. That was a smooth jump shot by Logan Groff from the corner, the 6'4" junior hooking up. First points on the board.
When that was very needed, wasn't it, Gary? To break that, just break this. I mean, McDevitt is physical.
First thing they've
right
gotten
now.
in rhythm so far.
Yeah, in rhythm is a big you hit the nail on the head. Excuse me.
Back to the 2-3 zone here. Lots of inside screening on the baseline so far by the Crusaders. Westry kicks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Bishop McDevitt. .5:24 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching it all on High School Sports Live TV. 2-3 zone. They attacked it earlier inside. This time they go outside. Not going to go, and yanked down nicely by Ali Zangari.
Now that will benefit Trinity if you're gonna live and die from 19 away.
You know, one of the problems that Patton has, he turns his back to the defense.
He does.
And he lost control that time as he turned his back. Turnover against Trinity, and McDevitt gets it back. That's 3 turnovers so far for Trinity, only 3 minutes into this ball game, so that's a number to watch. 7-3, McDevitt leads it. They've got the basketball.
I kind of like Chance Westry on the top of the 2-3. He extends it out a little bit. He's a tough hand to throw over, but there's a big gap to penetrate for McDevitt.
Little hesitation there in the lane. That's our second second call tonight. 1 in the girls' game and now 1 in the boys' game.
They're quick, though. I got maybe 1 Mississippi, 2. I don't know.
Now they're having Westry handle the basketball. It says clear it out.
I've never been a referee, and I'm not good at it. So.
Well, as I always say, it might not have been 3 tomorrow or yesterday, but tonight it was a 3.
It was 3 now, yeah.
Another look. This one will not go from Logan Groff. Quickly, McDevitt back into the Trinity half court.
Got to be a little careful in the corners of the 2-3. Trinity will trap you.
Just for a moment, you had the shot you wanted. Another look. Beautiful shot from downtown. Antoine Bird with a three. Best look in the house from the top of the key.
It's the highest percentage shot. Antoine Bird stepped his game up. But you know what? You got to know that. McDevitt gets the best out of a lot of role players. That's what made this team crucial in the last couple of years.
And Westry tried to do a little too much against two players there. They were coming double teaming from the backside.
Can I say this, Gary? I'm going to ask you this. There's no love lost between these two teams. Can you sense that a little bit? This is intense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's got playoff atmosphere.
It's got playoff atmosphere. And it's bragging rights. More than wins and losses in a game like this between Bishop McDevitt and Trinity, it's bragging rights.
Yeah, you're taking a break from your league and playing a Saturday night game. I mean, how much better does it get? That's high school basketball. So Trinity gets it back on a missed pass there.
Trinity needs a good possession, Gary. Getting into their flex cuts. Right now they're just running a motion offense with a lot of weave and movement.
Big turnaround there. Will not go off the hands of Marcus Beckett.
Tight rims.
McDevitt much more of a half-court team, and you can see it, really think it over a little bit. I like the way it's controlled out front there by Bird. Bird with another set foot and another three. Antoine Bird. I think someone might have to cover him pretty soon.
Here's what's happening. Chance Westerly's releasing early, and he's not getting a handout on him.
And Westry trying to force it, gets fouled on the play, brings Larry Kostelak Jr. up off the bench. So a 10-point lead here early for Bishop McDevitt. And there, what you're seeing, and Bird standing out about 23 feet. And the problem is your defense is used to not going out that far, but on that you're going to have to go out. If he's out of 23 feet, be out of 23 feet.
Well, and it's been, I'm going to be honest with you, if you look back at it again, as the way I look at it, it's a soft closeout on Chance. And I love Chance, but he's not getting out on the shooter.
So Chance Westry buries his first one here. Patton's out. Also heading out will be Logan Groff. In for them will be Trey McAuliffe, a junior forward, 6'3". And number 15, Julian Gabadon, a sophomore at 6'1", as Chance Westry converts his first 2 points of the game. So 13-5 right now. McDevitt all over Trinity here with 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Long way to go in this one. I think go into a little weave as Trinity goes man-to-man. Another three. This one does not go. Good hustle by Trinity to get that one. Beckett has it. Back to Westry. And Westry up again over two. You know, it's kind of funny. You're going to let Westry probably do some things you normally wouldn't let a lot of players do, but he's going up against two players that still manages to get a shot off and gets fouled on the play. Yeah. Not exactly pretty, but maybe effective.
At 6'5", being one of the most talented players in the mid-state, you do let him do what he wants. And again, I have to remind myself sometimes he's only a sophomore.
Yeah. And he knocks it down again. So 3 out of 4 at his first 3 points tonight, all courtesy of the free throw line. So they've cut it to 7 now, has Trinity. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Little weave play coming up here. Usually the weave means you want to try to get some kind of penetration. Good defense by Trinity here. Double team. They're going to get it back. Beckett has it.
Yeah, they're going to double Jake Kelly every time he gets it.
Great hustle from the far side. Julian Gabadon with a great bit of hustle right there. And it's going to pay off. Trinity keeps the ball underneath their own basket. So one of those key moments here early in the game. 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Trinity climbing the mountain here slowly. And there's Zangari. He's really good from that corner. McDevitt out on him. Marcus Beckett, and Beckett up and in. Beckett with his first deuce of the game. So there's the penetration you want.
Yeah, help side was a little late on McDevitt that time.
And you got that charge.
Oh, wow. I don't know where it was set up, so I only say wow because we'll see.
I always say 1 foot, and Jeff was right on top of it. Jeff was a good call.
A very good call, and momentum seems to have changed a little bit. This is going to be a very long game. Two great teams.
So here's Westry, 1:29 to go. Got it back to 5 points now. Beckett again, Beckett corner three. And all of a sudden, Trinity has crawled back up the mountain here as Beckett buries the three. 5 points for him, 2-point lead for McDevitt. We take a timeout. We'll be right back. It's 1:20 to go in the first on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
A lengthy first quarter here so far. Jeff Thompson, Trinity's crawled the mountain.
Yeah, they came back, and I think the first thing that Bishop McDevitt fans could have done was yell overrated, because chance is the real thing.
Yeah, that chant was a little early, but hey, a lot of good fan support out here on both sides tonight.
Well, Westry so far in this game has yet to get a field goal. His 3 points only from the free throw line, and boy, what an up and in that time. You talk about a tough basket from Jason Pilsitz. He's in there for 2.
Pilsitz, the son of the former head still high coach, Coach Pilsitz, so coach's son there.
By the way, outside, hundreds of people still trying to get into this place, and no room at the end.
They're going to.
Oh, they're going to get Westry for the reach across. He reached across the body to get that. Didn't look like a lot of body here, but when you reach across with that other hand, you're going to get called for that just in the motion.
That's right. It was the motion of it. I mean, I can understand where he's a little upset on it, but hey, great call though by Larry Koslek and Trinity staff to go man to man.
Well, they are digging in right now. Spencer Britt in there at the guard spot, just into the game. 5'11" junior.
Listen, good thing that McDevitt is very patient offensively, aren't they, man-to-man? They move well without the ball. You can't stand around. Trinity can do that to you.
Look at the spread right now for Trinity or for McDevitt. They're going to try to penetrate and kick either for the 3 or penetrate for the score. For the score, oh, and a body. I think they're going to get Trey McAuliffe on this with a body down low. Let's take a look.
I don't know, but 2 things. Last shot, that's what you want there. And second of all, you want Jake Kelly with the ball in his hands to get the last shot.
They got Marcus Beckett with his first foul there. So heading to the line will be Jake Kelly. That's who you'd want to see there. Only a deuce to start the game and hasn't had a shot since until now.
It's all right, though. How's a player get himself back in the game? The foul line. Just kind of ease yourself back in the game. Get to the foul line. And that usually sets something up. Next thing you know, you get hot. And he's the kind of kid, you're containing Jake Kelly. They're doing a good job defensively on him right now.
So back up to a 5-point lead, make it 6 now that it goes. 17-11. Trinity, 3 seconds to go. Westry up. Westry lets it go, trying to draw the foul, won't do it. And that's the first quarter. 17-11. McDevitt leads it all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools through their A+ program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giantfoodstores.com/school-rewards to learn more. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson here at Trinity High School, where the first quarter goes to McDevitt 17-11. And Todd, when you look at the first quarter, Trinity 1 out of 6 from the 2-point area, 3 of 4 from McDevitt, 3 of 4 from 3-point line from McDevitt, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. You can see why they're up 7 here at the end of the first quarter, make that 6 rather.
Yep. The one thing I want to say is I think McDevitt came out with a great start, a hot start. Trinity was in a 2-3 and got fooled a little bit. McDevitt can shoot it outside. Going back to the man-to-man was a good adjustment. But Coach Gaffey got his team, got it back together again to have a 6-point lead here at the first quarter. They survived a few things.
Let's go to Jeff Thompson right now. Jeff, if you're Larry Kostok, what do you do to get back into this thing right now?
Well, I think they just have to continue to play real good defense. Unfortunately, that was a second foul on number 4, Marcus Beckett, and that's going to hurt him a little bit.
So we start the second quarter here, 17-11. McDevitt with the basketball right now. Kick it corner, got a wide open 3, and that's exactly what you want. In rhythm and knocking it down is Kenyon Elliott. That's his second 3 of the night. He's got 6 points in the game.
Elliott knew exactly what Jake Kelly was going to do. Jake Kelly does stuff, not just scoring. That was an absolute beautiful block by Blair Jones.
And then you get drawing the foul on the other end, and the foul's going to get called on Trey McAuliffe.
It appeared that Trinity had an easy shot, a high percentage layup, and Dom Blair Jones came out of nowhere. Absolutely straight up. Look at this, because Gary, I know you didn't get to see it for real quick. Look at this right here.
How many times do we get plays of the game maybe being a defensive play? And there's one that was a pretty good defensive play.
Oh,
and
wow.
again, inside they go and slipping on through.
Kenyon Elliott, could I say somebody forgot to tell the Trinity staff, Kenyon Elliott is a big-time player.
And the problem right now is Wester's playing 1-on-5, and he's getting jammed. And you need a timeout again if you're Larry Kostelak, as it's Kenyon Elliott time. Second quarter right now, he's got 7 points. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. It's a 13-point lead for McDevitt, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stellar Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory, with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
And Trinity with the basketball here as we come back. 6:47 to go here until the half. And there's Westry again, and he's going to get fouled, I believe, before the shot. The official says no, he was in the act of shooting. So Westry will go to the line for 2 shots here. And that's the only place that he's scored from so far tonight. Has yet to get his first field goal. That's his 4th point.
Can I just say, I think Pilsic's doing a good job, was in on him and doing a good job on him defensively. He gives up 4 or 5 inches on him, but McDevitt's doing a great job defensively containing Westry. Really, you got to get the other players involved in Trinity.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Todd, that it's too much Westry with the ball right now, and everybody knows what's going to happen. So if you can bother him and keep him on the foul line, that keeps away from threes and other things as well. I think sometimes when you got a great player like Westry, one of the things that happens, the other players stand around.
They stand
and
and
wait
watch.
for him to make a play with the ball, and you're not seeing a whole lot of movement, which is usually the hallmark of a Larry Kostelak coach team. Lots of movement, lots of screening.
I don't know how many times that no matter how well you defended the flex offense against them, they had 5 guys that ran it thoroughly. Everybody touched the ball. Everybody shot. This is a different looking team, and you're right. 4 guys standing around watching 1 guy play right now.
So it's important for the other guys to at least know that there's something else they're going to do, whether it's screening or whatever, cutting. But you got to keep motion away from, and that's the other problem. When you stand around, the defense can stand around too and afford to jam up on Western.
And when you play good help side defense, if one guy's going to do all the dribbling and everybody's going to stand around, you don't have to defend anybody. It makes it an easier job. But Trinity right here, this is a way to come back in the game. Just start hitting your foul shots.
Patton knocks down a nice one here. His first points of the night. So you stand still, you stop the clock, you crawl back in the game, and he puts this under 10 if he can make this one. And this one he does not make. So here comes McDevitt. McDevitt's really good at starting to break, but then pulling out and getting disciplined into their half-court offense right away.
Yeah, they are.
Went too far that time. Into the defense did Pilsitz. And there's Westry going to the left hand and kind of an excuse-me layup, but it worked. His first deuce for the floor tonight. 7 points now for Chance Westry. Back to 8 points, under double figures here for Trinity. Kelly. Kelly might have walked right there.
Yeah, he kind of forced a shot there.
Changed his pivot feet.
Yeah, getting a little bit out of the rhythm, getting out of what got him to where they are.
Oh, there's Zangari. He's deadly. Not this time, though. Pulled down off the glass by Dom Blair-Jones. And then quickly the other end, not going to score for McDevitt. And now you got a 2-on-1 break here. Comes to Westry. And Westry has it taken away. Great defense that time by Marsico. And now you're going to get the player control foul on the other. You got to pull up out of that one.
Jump stop. Just jump stop there. Kiss it off the glass or a pump fake and then kiss. You know, yeah.
You go up in the air, I'll tell you what, you're going to get called for that every time.
Yeah. You get it in the air, you're committed. You're committed to one thing.
Take a look at this right here. He's standing there and just, he's ready to go down.
It was a good take on the charge side.
Turnovers so far, McDevitt has 8, Trinity has 7, so the turnover battle has tightened up, as has the score here a bit. Big possession for Trinity right here. There's Patton going with the drive. Can't quite get the angle he wanted on the other side of the basket, and McDevitt's got it. There's a standstill 3, and Kelly says, thank you very much. I'll see you later.
I want to point out one thing. He's the best player on the McDevitt side, and there wasn't one single hand out there. No one even knew he had the ball. It makes it easy when you're a player like his caliber, right? And there's nobody even contesting the shot.
First time he's had a look at a 3 tonight.
But wide open.
Yeah. Jeff Thompson, a huge momentum swing right there with that 3 by Kelly.
I couldn't really hear what you said there that time, Gare.
Good shot there. 3 by Kelly really kind of stopped the momentum.
Kelly can stick it, and they can't leave him wide open because he can shoot the ball all night long. And Coach Kostelak has to pay a little better attention to that and get them tagging Kelly out the perimeter.
So Beckett with a 6-point now here in the first half. Back to 10 it comes.
Marcus Beckett at 6'4" is one of those kids. It's a constant score for Trinity. I mean, he's a guy that I think you keep giving him touches.
I called the state championship game last year on PCN, and I'll tell you what, Beckett came off the bench and played so well. Mike Gaffey calling timeout here. We'll take one too. 4-18, 27-18. McDevitt leads it on High School Sports Live TV.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
How about this one so far? From three-point line, McDevitt is shooting 71%, 5 of 7. That could win you a few basketball games, Tom McCall.
That will. I mean, when you're, that's been the hot button topic tonight. They're struggling.
McDevitt doing a good job of stretching the Trinity defense side to side and then trying to create lanes and shots like that. That one probably just a little bit off the front.
Yeah, kind of forced it early in that possession, but you know, you let Jake Kelly shoot those kinds of shots because he's proven.
Mike Gaffey finally has the jacket off. He was a little too formal there for a while. It takes usually, what, about a quarter?
About a quarter, but I love this. You know, he's always going to wear the suspenders. That's his patent look.
Trinity not able to hook it, but it's kept alive by Beckett, and Patton's got it. He drives hard to the basket, kicks it corner. Here comes Patton again. Patton with a tough shot. Patton's trying to do a lot in there against some big guys right now.
A little too much.
What a fake by Kelly. They're going to call a walk, I think, or a double dribble.
It was a double dribble.
Yep.
It was.
Jeff Thompson right in front of you there.
You can't fool all three officials. He fooled two of them, but he couldn't fool all three.
Take a look at this. Here's one. Yeah, a little extra dribble right there. That's a Euro dribble, right?
Euro dribble.
We don't get to count that one.
And next year they're going to include that in the game.
NBA, you might have gotten away with that.
Maybe.
The
Depending
look
on
on Jake Kelly's face was amazing.
Yeah. Here's Beckett. Beckett trying to take a little bit more control right now, I think, on Trinity's side.
Well, and I kind of want to say that you got two guys in Beckett and Zangari that they got to get touches, man. They're a big part of this team.
Left him wide open, top of the key, not going to go. Off the hands of McDevitt, saved. Westry's got it. Westry looking one-on-one right away. You got to get back on him and double.
I think he's taking extra steps.
And Westry back up and finally gets it to go. And Westry stays on the glass there. Good stick to it of this type of shot. He's got 9 points. Back to 7 points it comes now as Trinity continues to fight back. Take a look at the spacing on this offense at half court right now by McDevitt.
Good motion offense, good spacing.
See, they're creating good lanes. You get that kind of shot in rhythm where Kelly penetrates and then kicks it out.
Sometimes you just have things clicking, and they're running a great motion offense, and they create. Jake Kelly creates, and guys create for other players.
Chris Culp, the three-point shooter that time, but he could do it standing still, getting those feet set. So important. Zangari gets his first good look at the three tonight, and no, rolls around. Zangari is dangerous at the three-point line.
He is.
Ten-point lead right now for McDevitt, 1:48 to go.
And they are patient enough. They could do this all day long.
Yep.
If need be.
There's a double team. He gets the steal back. Patton's got a 2-on-1. He's got Westry wide open. Westry. And Westry walks. It's not going to count.
He walked. I was just going to say that I've seen him do that a couple times now, and I knew what he had in mind. He had in mind a high fly, but he took an extra step.
Larry Kostelak said good pass from Patton. Made two guys play. I'm looking. He gets a steal, brings the defender to him, and then there's the extra 3 steps. Brought the house down, but then the house came back up when they realized what happened, Jeff.
He'll be able to do that in college and in the pros, but he can't do it here.
There's that weave again.
Yeah, weaving at the top.
And every time you do that, you're looking for the penetration and kick like this. And look what you get out of it. Nice three in rhythm. Another knockdown by Kenyon Elliott. That's his third three of the first half. Elliott's got 10 points this quarter quietly.
You got to understand, both these are playoff teams that go deep in the playoffs, and they're playing like it even early on right now.
Westry loses it again, and it's taken away one more time by Antoine Bird. Kicks it ahead to Kelly. Kelly looking to make a move. And Kelly is going to get fouled there by Julian Gabadon.
There's 2 factors I want to say. First of all, playing in the Keystone Division, as you know, Gary, with McDevitt, it's the caliber of teams you're playing every night. And Trinity always has a tough non-league schedule, but I think playing in the Capitol sometimes does hurt them in big games like this. I see the notch right now at McDevitt, and I think it's because of the pressure and the teams that they're playing night in and night out in the Keystone. I'd love to see Trinity back in the Keystone.
Well, Trinity played a great opening season tournament, had some teams from Philadelphia
right.
here.
They play.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're always hunting great teams.
They definitely do.
But you have what you have on your schedule in your conference. One thing Larry Kostelak's always done is go out and hunt the very best, because he's always thinking of that postseason and what you're going to have in terms of quality there.
Right, and he knows they're playing deep in March, but so has McDevitt.
So coming down now to 15 seconds. I always think you need to go in at about 11 here. 15 right now. Kelly's got the basketball. He's going to try to penetrate, either kick or penetrate and score. Now you get Birds getting running out of time. Kelly with a shot in the corner. Long one. Buries it. 16-point lead. Jake Kelly. 10 points in the game. McDevitt leads big here at the half. We head to the half. The Jack Giambalvo halftime report with a 36-20 McDevitt lead, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad how successful he was and learning the way he was actually able to communicate with people and help them, whatever their needs may be, it made me want to get more involved. I'm most proud of helping continue my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800-WHO-DO-YOU-GET. Whether it's financial services, auto, home, life, commercial, we hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to insure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. We'll have our members' first half highlights in just a moment. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency halftime stats. Interesting first half, guys. Tom McCall, Jeff Thompson with me here at the table. And Tom, we'll start with you. You talk about McDevitt, very disciplined in their half-court game, and they got the shots they wanted and the rhythm they wanted for the most part.
They got it because they get penetration against that man-to-man, Trinity's man-to-man, and the players know to spot up. The difference in McDevitt is 4 guys aren't standing around. Everybody's part of the offense in the flow of it.
Jeff, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, defensively, McDevitt, I call it chasing chance. They had 3-4 guys after him, and it really disrupted his flow.
Yeah, it really did. And the other part was, we were talking about this, that you're not seeing the kind of movement that you normally see from Larry's teams, where you're getting the screening, the movement away from the ball. And it's kind of like you do when you're passing the ball into the post. You want to get movement so that nobody can slough down and double team. Well, they're double and triple teaming Chance Westry right now. And while he's gotten 9 points in the first half, no one else is really able to get in too much other than Marcus Beckett so far. So it's really been an interesting first half. Let's take a look, first of all, at our members' first half highlights here. Guys, walk me through these.
And early on, I thought, Gary, right there, finding each other. See that? The 2-3. Trinity was in that 2-3, and they got a little stale. And then this. Nobody expected, I guess, in the scouting report, no one checked that Kenyon Elliott should have a hand in his face at all times. To me, right here, top of the key, high percentage. It wasn't a good closeout in that play.
I think Mike Gaffey had him so well prepared for that first 2-3 possessions, defensively and offensively.
And between Elliott and Antoine Bird, they knocked down 5 3-pointers in the first half. The team is shooting over 70% from the three-point line right now. It's incredible. Look at this. And the key is watch their feet every time. Set feet in rhythm, and the penetration you talk about, Todd, is creating everything, including layups every now and then.
They're shooting with confidence, that's for sure.
I really think right here when you talk about, okay, open transition, nobody picked him up, the help side wasn't there, and then you asked me honestly, you got two other players in Zangari and Beckett are two of the better area guys in the mid-state, and they need to be in part of the flow of the defense. And right there, you saw Jake Kelly, no hand in his face at all, Gary. I mean, those are things scouting report-wise you talk about during the week.
Let's take a look right now at our Capital Region Insurance Agency halftime stats. You see the numbers for Trinity in the first half: 2.3 of 14, 5 of 9 for McDevitt, 8 of 12 from the three-point line, 2 of 6 for Trinity. 2 of 2 in free throws. They haven't missed anything yet, has Bishop McDevitt. 8 of 10 for Trinity. That's kind of keeping them around a little bit right now. Rebounds fairly even. Turnovers fairly even. What do you see there in the stats?
Well, I think you guys have both gone over this before. McDevitt's been able to shoot really good three-point shots, and they've converted 67% of them.
Well, they got them in rhythm. That's a difference, too, right, Coach? I mean, they're getting three-point shots in rhythm because of motion offense. And I say this, too. I kind of would love to have had an opportunity to play a Trinity team that is playing just kind of a motion offense standing around. They need to get back to their bread and butter, Gary, and I only say that because I see a monitor in front of me as the game's going on.
Right.
They've got guys that in rhythm-wise, as McDevitt's doing, if that's the adjustment you make in rhythm, you'll come back in this game. But 16 points is a big hole.
And I'm sure, Larry's been through a lot of wars over the years, and he'll be talking about the motion at the half. 10 points for Kelly in the first half, 2 for Pilsitz, 13 for Kenyon Elliott, including 3 threes. Antoine Bird with 8. That was 2 threes there. And another 3 from Chris Kolk in that whole offense. 1 for Ben Patton on Trinity side, 7 for Marcus Beckett, 9 for Chance Westry, and 3 in the game so far for Logan Groff. And that's your score in the first half. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got Charlie Fortney over there in the student section. He'll get them rocking and rolling here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Guys, I'm in the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section. I'm with Nico and the kids behind. Right now, they're wearing the T-shirts. A text or call can wreck it all. The students all over the Harrisburg area are being educated, and tonight Trinity and McDevitt students are on how important it is not to drive distracted. Nico, but I know you also have something else on your mind. What do you think is going to happen in the second half? Trinity needs a boost. Can the student section give it to them?
Well, I think they really can. We have a lot of people out here supporting tonight, and no matter what happens, it's going to be a good game. It always is when these two teams come together.
Does Chance and the boys have a chance?
Oh, for sure. They definitely do, especially with a little help from these guys back here.
You heard it, guys. Back to you. They have a chance.
Well, if
they have a big chance.
If spirit counts, I'll tell you what, Trinity's got a lot out there supporting him. And look what I like the young man said there, Miko. He said, you know, win or lose, he says, this is our team. You know, that's the great thing. Yeah, young people understand what's going on here. Good stuff.
I mean, you get some of the best support in these Trinity and McDevitt games. I mean, no doubt about it. You know, we wanted something like this, Gary. Look at this tonight. You know, when you sit here and you look at this, and you look at people trying to get in and finagle their way. There's people trying to finagle their way in the back door, literally with our camera crew.
Yeah, Chad Edwards is like, if he were taking tickets tonight and scalping, he'd be in good shape. I'll tell you what, he had a pay raise, but you can't do that. So here we are. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. It's 36-20. We get ready for a exciting third quarter, and it's all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And welcome back, Trinity High School, where Trinity's got a lot of ground to make up here. They have the ball to start the third quarter. They're down 36-20 to McDevitt. McDevitt really well balanced in the first half of their scoring. Trinity, I would think, wants to try to get a little bit more balance in the second half here.
They're going to have to find balance. I mean,
and right away, you saw what Larry Kostelak did. Went away from Westry, went to a two-man game on a pick and roll. And so you're going to see he's going to try to get the other players involved. Larry's a great coach, and I mean he's going to make that kind of adjustment.
And that's a good adjustment. And there's no criticism. We just have the opportunity to watch everything we get to do game film sessions. That's the great thing about being commentators. And I'm not coaching anymore. When you make adjustments, I know Coach will make adjustments, and Coach Gaffey will make his too.
Well, I'll tell you the other thing is hard sometimes. You got a guy that scores 27 points a game. That's hard to coach sometimes. And I know that sounds silly, but when you're used to coaching guys that are moving, and see what they're doing now, look at the movement. You're starting to see guys cutting. Now you got to post up on Westry, and you get an easy shot underneath for a layup.
Now there is a great adjustment. Okay, so
move without the basketball.
Move without the basketball. We got a size advantage inside, and that's how you do it.
And that's why Larry Kostelak Jr. is the coach that he is. Saw the kind of adjustments we saw. That was Kelly, and Kelly just battering it down to start the game. In the second half, the way he started the game in the first half with the deuce.
What's the difference? He doesn't even think about it. He knows that's a play for him.
Here you go again. They're screening on top. See what they're doing now is they're using Westry away from the ball, which is smart. They're screening on the ball again. Tough pass there from Zangari. Quick three. Maybe a little too quick that time from Pilsitz. Now you give a chance for this guy in transition, and that's going to be the result just about every time.
Because what will happen if you allow that to happen, it'll get out of it'll play in the favor of Trinity. And see, look at Coach Gaff. Take that timeout right away.
Very quickly. He saw what happened. We'll take a break as well. 6:37 to go here in the third quarter. 38-24. McDevitt leads it on High School Sports Live TV.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
That last move by Chance Westry was so unbelievably quick, it buckled my knees, and I'm 15 feet away. I can't imagine trying to defend it.
You're just the announcer, right? You don't have to play him. Yeah, that was a good move. And I think that timeout by Coach Gaffey was, we don't want this guy running against us at full court, guys. Just a little reminder from halftime, right?
It's a settle-down reminder. That's all it is, and that's a great timeout in a momentum change. Now we have the ball. He's probably set up something half-court-wise. He's very good. Coach Gaffey has a lot of great sets. He has a great way of getting people the ball at the right time.
You're going to see the chess game here between these two coaches. You saw the movement already from Larry Kostelak's team, and then you see Mike Gaffey said, don't like that pace. We got to get out of that quickly. And Kelly going to throw it away. I think it was tipped.
It was tipped.
So it'll be Bishop McDevitt's ball.
We got a little different coverage defensively now on Elliott. I mean, Chance West is like face guarding Elliott now. Elliott had a big first half.
Yes, he did. Look at this move by Kelly. I mean, Kelly just got in there so quickly. He's got 14 now, and he's really exerted himself here in the second half.
Well, you know what he did, too? He just knows he can get you off the dribble, and then he squares his body so well. And he's 6'3". He's big, and he's a big, tall kid.
There's a good look. Patton gets it out front, not going to go. Picked off by Zangari. Goes back up with it, doesn't use the glass, and misses the shot. Tell you who wants it right now is Elliott. Tough shot there. Westry's got the rebound.
Marshall can come down. I don't know.
And here's the three guys on Westry for the backside. And there's where Westry has got to find an open man ahead.
Yeah.
Or else pull it out and set that half-court offense.
Well, there were a couple open men ahead.
Because every time Westry gets the ball, he's attracting 2 and 3 players. That means there's 2 guys open somewhere. I'm not real good at math, but that's kind of what you do as a coach, right?
I'm not either, I think.
They're going to give him the finish on that. Let's take a look.
Wow,
yep.
Yeah.
Little NBA call there, and Westry with a 1-on-3 move as he sliced through 2 guys that time right in front of you, Jeff Thompson.
What a great scoop with the left. And I'm going to piggyback on what you guys said. It's like watching the old Pac-Man game. The longer he dribbles, the more men he has on him.
That's a great point. And, yeah, so they want to keep on going, keep the other guys involved, but he had the move that time. He's already got 7 points this quarter, 16 for the game now. That's how quickly things can change with him. Kelly. Kelly looking for the back cut there. Hard move to the basket. Draws the foul.
Ben Marsico just knew right then and there he had an opportunity to take him to the basket. I think what McDevitt's doing a good job tonight. They play off the dribble very well. They use the pump fake. They get you off your feet, wait till you come down, and then make the move on you. And I've seen Jake Kelly do that very well. I've seen Elliott do that very well. Take just notice of it.
Very strong moves to basket. You're right. It's a great observation, Todd. First shot up by Marsico of the night is good. He's got 1. He'll look for 2 here. 14-point lead. Trinity trying to carve into it. They've carved into it by 2 this quarter, but a ways to go yet.
We'll stay with McDevitt.
So McDevitt chases it down again. Trinity can't cover the rebound. And I'll tell you what, Westry is everywhere with Elliott right now. And Elliott's kind of looking to get the basketball.
It's really a distraction.
Oh, man. Kelly just having an unbelievable second half here so far.
I mean, you got to get somebody on him. I mean,
he's really got 7 here in the third quarter.
7 third quarter points.
Here you go. You're in that danger area again of playing 1-on-3 and everybody else standing.
He drew the foul. Ben Marsico's talking about maybe a little push off, but I think both of them are playing hard. I like the fact that refs are just letting the guys play a little bit more in this one. And I like that. This is a big game. So
big boy basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, referees let you know.
Big boy britches in a big varsity game.
Officials have a good sense, too, for games that have a pedigree to it.
Yeah.
This game has a pedigree to it.
It's a great analogy of it.
Patton needs a big one here. Can't get it. And over the back. Foul's going to be called on Logan Groff. That'll be his second. Back into the game for Larry Kostelak is Trey McAuliffe, the junior forward, 6'3".
Now look what McDevitt can do. This is where they got a big lead. They slow it. Look, just paced well offensively. They're going to take you off the dribble. That's what they're trying to do.
Oh, and they're going to call Kelly for the offensive foul, putting his elbow out there. Kelly saw a one-on-one move just on this side of half court and took off. He saw it right away. So here's Zangari now with the basketball. Taking a little heat off Patton right now. They've been running this pick and roll off the top. Zangari kicks corner to Westry, goes 1-on-2, 1-on-3. Westry fouls his own shot. He's going to get fouled. Westry does make you play him, does he, Jeff Thompson?
What an effort. What an effort just to get to the basket, but even better than that, getting the ball back twice. His hands are unbelievable.
You want to make sure, though, you have movement away from the basketball as well. You don't get into that same kind of rut they got in the first half where they stood a little bit. There's your kick. Sangari looked down at his feet and it took that long. And then underneath it comes to McAuliffe. McAuliffe, tough shot there, followed up nicely by Beckett, and Beckett gets it home.
And that's what Marcus Beckett does really well. I mean, he's 6'4", you know. He's got to find a way to get back in the game. You know, it's bunnies or putbacks, whatever it takes that gets you back into the game.
Hangs around the rim there, and he gets his 9th point of the night. So back to 15 it is, but they haven't really been able to get it under the 14 mark, and it's because this disciplined offense right here.
They're just patient. They can run this all day long.
I mean, you're in no hurry right now to score. And Patton says, I'm in a hurry to get the basketball, though, and almost gets a great steal. There's your kick, right in rhythm. Kelly ball fake, kicks about another one in rhythm. And there's what happens. You bury it. Antoine Burr with his 3rd 3 of the night. He's got 11 points, all because Kelly ball fake, stepped in and kicked it.
They find everybody. They find each other so well. They play well together. You got to, you know, this McDevitt team has a lot of District 3 championship pedigree. They're in it almost every year now under Coach Gaffey.
And even in some years where they haven't had a great regular season record, they've been tough playoff-wise. Well, I'll tell you what, you got to give Ben Patton credit. This guy's all over the place trying to knock loose balls. Tough shot here. You're going to get a foul call. You bail him out on a tough shot, though. That's tough for McAuliffe.
Yeah, that McAuliffe was kind of like, darn. He knew it, too, after it happened. Take a look at it again. It's kind of a little bit out of control, a little bit.
Now, if you're McAuliffe, you're saying, I'm just standing.
He was just standing, actually. McAuliffe was right on that one.
But you gotta get those arms out of the way.
Can't say enough about Elliott tonight, his play.
Oh, he's been dynamite. And Elliott knocks down his first free throw of the night. 14 points in this one so far.
He's just an athlete. Is really, I mean, you can just look at him, Kenyon Elliott. He's just a great athlete.
And he knocks the second one down as well. They've missed one free throw so far tonight, and they're shooting over 75% from the three-point line. I mean, tough to beat a team when they're not missing any free throws and they're shooting 75% from out at the three.
Right.
Unbelievable. There's one that Elliott wish he had back. He's saying, hey, oh.
Yeah, they're going to give that on check. Can I tell you what just happened? Westry, I know you didn't look down for a second. He got the stop and took the ball and shoved it into the gut of Elliott, and it's kind of a bad time.
That cuts into the pedigree of good basketball right there.
And it's just, he gets a stop here, comes here, gets a stop, foul. Okay,
so you get the foul call,
and it's no big deal. And he just, you know, it's little things you got to think about.
Yeah, no reason for that. I mean, it wasn't a real bad thing, but it was, you know, it's a big time thing. You're showing up with another guy. You don't need to do that.
And he's a big time player. I know he's only a sophomore. These are learning things. This is why we play the game. We learn. Basketball is a life lesson type of thing.
Now, what you're going to get here, you got 7 fouls on McDevitt, so you're going to get, I believe, a one-on-one down at this end. And then you're going to walk back to the other end. You're going to get a foul.
Yeah, you'll get him shooting a one-on-one, and then you'll go down the other end, and it'll be a technical foul shot for McDevitt. Right?
And here's some preventative officiating right here that you're watching. Official going up and telling Westby about probably what we just said. You know, you're too good a player to do that. Just, you know, play the game. And Westby's looking at him a little bit. He got a little lecture right there. And to tell you the truth, I love what the official did on that. So Westry misses his shot, and the officials went over and said something again. I think probably fairly positive. You know, that kind of officiating is so important, Todd, because what you're doing is making sure you're not going to let him get into a habit there. And hats off to the official for that.
The officials are educators as well. They're educators in the middle of the ball game.
And he's back talking to some other players. So I love guys that are preventative officials. I had a great friend, Duke Etzel, who ref to the ACC for a long, long time. And one of the things that Duke was really good at, of course, he has officiating games with Michael Jordan and people like that, Duke, but he would always be out in front of that, telling them ahead of time, stay away. Stay away. Don't, you know.
Right.
Making sure that you're trying to keep the game clean and let it be in the hands of the players and coaches.
Look at a ball movement. Patience. Exhibited by McDevitt.
Might have gotten away with a walk right there. There's the penetration. Then you get that wide open.
See how they go off the dribble?
That was a little quick that time. That was not the shot after he ball faked it. He should have passed it one more time.
Yeah, Coach Gaffey didn't like that one either. I saw it just by the look on his face.
So you just said the rhythm's too good.
Yeah.
And when you go out of rhythm, it's a big deal. Beckett underneath. Great pass by McAuliffe, and Beckett scored.
Look who's starting to wake up. Marcus Beckett. This is what he does. I mean, he's a guy. He can be a 20-point scorer every single night.
I watched him last year, and he moved so well without the basketball. He's got 11 points in the game now. Here's Kelly. Kelly is so good faking it, but a nice block that time. Coming across to hit it was Julian Gabadon. Here's a pick on the ball. Not a very good pick that time. McAuliffe's got an open three.
Ooh.
Probably not the guy you necessarily want taking, and then he gets the frustration foul afterward.
He's a bruiser a little bit, McCauley. He's physical. He's strong. It's just...
He's one of those guys that does a lot of the unmentionables, Todd.
Yeah, you're right. He's going to hustle for you. He's going to get hustle plays. He's going to get on the ground for you, but he's also going to pick up 3-4 fouls a game just being physical. There's a lot of frustration on that side, on the Shamrock side. You know, they're an undefeated team. Sometimes a game like this is a good wake-up. It's out of conference play. Other than bragging rights, it doesn't hurt you.
You know what it does? It exposes your weaknesses. You know, I think I always remember losses. I didn't remember wins too well, except one. But I remembered losses a lot and always looked and said, okay, we're playing the very best kind of team we're going to play in the States. You know, what are we going to do? And here's, again, a push off from Patton.
Yeah, they got Kelly on it, actually. Kelly forearmed a little bit, push off. He kind of questioned the call. You take a look at it again, and it's just...
Well, when that elbow separates, you're in bit. See it right there? When those arms go straight out and create space, you're going to get called for that every time. And Patton holding his ground there. You're letting him wide open at the top and sagging back.
They're not going to play McCall at all. They're going to leave him open.
Oh, and a good move to the basket by Gabadon. And Gabadon with his first deuce of the night. That was a little bit more something you wanted to see.
And, you know, as soon as he scored that, you know, he's only a sophomore, too. He's like, he kind of put his hands up like, hey, get me the ball, is what he just said. You know, and I think I see some of that frustration out of some of the Shamrocks tonight. It's individual versus what you always see.
Just seeing a little seam right there and driving through hard. And Gabadon shows you what he can do when he gets to the front of the glass. And he shows you what he can do when the bank's open on Saturdays.
Julian Gabadon has a lot of energy when he comes into the game. He's the next one up in the pipeline, looks like, for Larry.
It looks pretty good right now. And 3 points coming in here. Now 1-3-1, three-quarter court trap for Trinity, and they drop back in. They still stay in that 1-3-1 right now. Usually attack this with a 2-1-2 wide.
Yeah, and get in the gaps, too. Get in the gaps.
There you go. You got 2-1-2. Now they're back to man-to-man. They drop back in their man-to-man. And right away, 20 seconds left. It looks like Coach Gaffey wants to maybe get the last shot here. Boy, look at the discipline. Down to 8 seconds. Hard drive to the basket by Pilsen. It's off him, and it's going to belong to Trinity, and they've still got 7.3 seconds to go. So down to 17. 15 would look a lot better from their standpoint. Would also mean they'd win the quarter, and they're coming back a little bit. So you got to get down. You got to be aware where the clock is. Pat's got to kick it right now. There you go. Wide open shot. They got what they wanted, but not the score they wanted. And we head to the fourth. 51-34. McDevitt leads the Shamrocks, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools through their A-Plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giantfoodstores.com/school-rewards. And the Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson, and Jeff, we head to the fourth. Long hill to climb right now for Trinity.
Well, it's a tremendous hill because Bishop McDevitt is so deep with their basketball players. They have a lot of talent, and Trinity hasn't been shooting the ball all that well.
0 for 3 for the three-point line there in the third quarter. 6 out of 11, though, and 2 points. They got a little bit better in that area, Todd. But 2 of 4 for the three for McDevitt, and they're 5 of 5 in that quarter from the free throw line. They continue to be perfect there.
Yeah, they're just doing they're winning the little things in the game of basketball tonight, and that's why they have this lead.
Look at this, all 5 players working with motion. Good steal this time by Trinity. Here comes Westry in the opening court. He's going to put this one away.
Yeah, that was a determination from the get-go when that ball went up. He didn't care who was going to be down there playing defense. He was going to go over all 5 of them, and he has that ability.
18 points in the game now for Westry. Take a look. This is what he could do when he gets open, and there's no one who's going to catch him. Guy is explosive.
He is. I think he's got to channel some of that energy getting back into the game. He's been a little frustrated. He's still in a game here.
7-0 run by Trinity right now. It's a 51-29 lead at one point here with 2:31 to go in the third quarter by McDevitt. So Trinity making a move back right now. Still 15 down, and right now, don't you let your offense become a little bit of your defense here for McDevitt.
You can run so much clock here. You can get this thing down on good possessions. You can take a minute and a half off every time.
And Mike Gaffey might be wanting to say that to his team right now. With 7:06 to go, a timeout. We'll take one as well. This is High School Sports Live TV.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Can we have fries?
Yep.
Can we have milkshakes?
You got it.
Can we get a motorcycle?
Nutritious twists they'll actually like at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Nature's Promise packaged meat or seafood products, 25% off.
There's Larry Kostelak right now, one of the best in the business. 51-36, his team is down, but always teaching. Jeff Thompson, Larry Kostelak over there, figuring out ways to try to get his team back in the game. But he's playing the kind of team right now you're going to see him postseason, and this is a great learning experience as well as a great competitive experience. I know he wants to win the game.
He's been there a long time, Larry has, and he knows what he's doing, and he's building for the long run. This is a January 4th game, not a March 4th game.
Right.
Though you're thinking about it in terms of what might be happening in March 4th game. That's exactly right.
The way the classifications are now, you won't have to see these guys, each other. This is just a good, tough non-league matchup.
Westry with his third foul there. He's got to watch himself a little bit too. He already has one technical. A second technical would send him out of the game. So.
And then you're out for 2. You're out for. Yeah. You have to set out the next. So you got to be careful.
So here's Kelly. I've been impressed with the smartness of Kelly tonight, the things he does, and particularly his ability to fake with the basketball.
Yeah, he stays within himself in the game. He doesn't get too excited. He's patient. He lets the game come to him. He knows how he can score.
Well, and what do you think Mike Gaffey said during the timeout? Unless you get something like this, it's going to be work the clock.
I guarantee you said layups. Layups or less penetration spot ups.
And he just got one right there. Kenyon Elliott has had an outstanding game tonight. Good job by Beckett, though, coming back and answering. Here's Elliott again. Wide open three, but take a look.
Look at that.
That's discipline. That's knowing where you are right now in the clock situation. And instead of that, you get that. All from the ball fake. And Elliott, again, smart basketball right here.
It's championship caliber basketball, what it is.
I mean, this team's showing some unbelievable mature discipline right now on offense. We got it back to 17. Westry. And again, there's Patton with a foul. Elliott pushing it up. I'll tell you what, if you're Mike Gaffey tonight, you're looking at this team right now and you're saying, man, I've got a team that's got some real potential, and the maturity level of this team is at an all-time high right now.
It is. And listen, a lot of these guys, they've been, what, 3, they've won 2 district championships in the last 4 years. I mean,
Elliott does one of the very few things he's done well. They miss a foul shot. It's only his second miss for their team. And there's Westry again, double team down there. McDevitt has stayed true to their game plan all night long. Bother him on everything that he does. And look at that on the other end. And then you come back and you answer with an easy layup for 2.
Yeah, they're doing all the little things they want to do now. They're going right by people. The help side's not there.
How about 21 points in the game now for Jake Kelly? And it's about as quiet at 21 as you ever wanted to see. Look at Beckett coming back hard. I love the way Beckett plays.
I do too. I feel like Beckett's a big key to the Shamrocks.
13 points in the game for Beckett now.
He's had a good performance in a way better second half.
Kelly shows the shot, but is not going to take it. Maybe a push off for Kelly right there. Looked like the right hand went out.
You got a little bit of a matchup problem now on Jake Kelly. He's just good. He's good. He's, you know.
Yeah, man for man. Now take a look here. Kelly puts his arm out. Watch this. See that? His arm goes out. Probably not enough to get the foul, and then draws the foul at the end. So Kelly back at the line again.
He doesn't push off with it. It's just it's just more of a protection.
It's such a. Although he pushed off with the one a little while ago.
Yeah, he did earlier. He did earlier.
Yeah.
But I mean, that there. I mean, it's just. You know what he does well? He uses his body well. He gets you off. He gets you off your feet a lot. You got to stay your ground with Jake Kelly.
How about 23 points in the game for Kelly so far? And 4:45 to go in this one. Pick and roll. Back with the pick and roll, Zangari, who has not been able to find the 3 yet tonight. In fact, Zangari has not yet scored tonight, and he averages in double figures. That's been a huge cog missing in this offense.
Yeah, it has. Look at the patience. They can get a minute and a half off every time, every possession. And they're getting layups.
Kelly posted up that time. Good piece of defense, though, by T.J. Lawson in there. Now they're going to bring Westry back into the game.
What I've always said after 4 or 5 passes when you're in the offense, defenders don't like to play past 4 or 5. Somebody has a mental lapse and their layup happens. And that's what McDevitt's going to do to you. We'll watch. We'll count them. Or we just spot up and we attack.
And again, you throw it back out, you reset it. Right now, your offense is your defense. It's going to be a technical foul. I think it's going to be called on Kelly. Look at Mike Gaffney. Right away, he wants Kelly over there. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You don't need to do that. Look at this. Kelly looking away a little bit. If I'm a coach, I want his eyes. I know I've got his ears, but I want his eyes. See what he does here. Watch.
And he goes ahead and
with the right arm. Then when he pushed the forearm in after that, and just he knows he did a dumb thing there.
If that's on him, he's out of the game then.
Yeah, because it's technical and he has 3, and it's 1 more on a personal. So he's done.
Yeah, and that's.
He was auditioning for player of the game, too.
Well, certainly had a big night.
He and Elliott both had great nights. I mean, I'm telling you, there's been a lot of step-up players tonight on that McDevitt side. You know, you could say it's been an absolute team effort as a whole.
He was going to leave the game with 23 points.
And then they teed up Coach Gaffey, and he's kind of wondering, going, wait a minute, what for?
What happened here?
So now it's a double technical. So there was another tee, and I know Coach Gaffey's going like, wait a minute, I was just trying to talk to the clock.
Wow. Well, if you had a chance to get back in the game right here, you're going to get 3 technical shots. You're going to get the ball in bounds. I mean, potentially you have the chance for a 6-point swing right here.
Yeah.
Potential.
I don't know why or what the technical would have been about the second time around, and it seems like there's just a lot of clock or something going on over at the scorer's table. And I think Coach Gaffey was questioning it, and he got a technical, thinking maybe that.
Now, the officials are going to talk about this a little bit. I'm not sure, but I think they're satisfied they've done the right thing. So the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get the double bonus, or excuse me, 1-and-1 here. That's right. And you got Pilsitz at the line for the 1-and-1. So Pilsitz makes that. Gets a chance for another. For Pilsitz, 3 points in the game tonight. Takes it up to a 20-point lead. Has a chance to make it 21 here and does not do it. Now you're going to go to the other end. You get a chance, I think, for 3 technical shots and the basketball.
I wish we had more clarity. There was so much to have to try to
We're not
clarify.
sure what was said over the table.
Yeah.
That's the key.
That's it. I thought there was something going on at the table, and I don't know.
So these are the technicals now being shot, and you got Beckett in there to do it. Marcus Beckett makes the first. Beckett's got 7 points this half. He's got 14 in the game. And if you're Trinity, this is the way you want to score right now with the clock stop, although he rattles that second one out.
And he gets 2 more. Gary,
so now he gets 2 more. Just think about practice. You're at the end of practice. Shooting those free throws, right?
Yeah.
When you're tired. So he makes another one. And how about 3 out of 4? Now you get the basketball.
And it helps them close the gap. They score with no time on the ball.
Tell you what, you get it down to 15 here. It's still a long hill to crawl, but at least it looks like it's crawlable. So Pat's got the ball. This is a huge possession right here. And that, wow. They
got
went
what
for
they
the
wanted.
alley-oop.
They got what they wanted.
Yeah, they did. Almost need 2 hands up there on that one. So, 3:52 to go. Trinity down in a 1-2-1-1 press. If you're McDevitt, you don't need anything right now. The pass is out front. You don't want anything that you have to try to force anything. Not even sure Antoine Bird needs to go that far. Again, you don't need this shot. When you get fouled going up.
McDevitt does such a good job of getting you off your feet. They've been doing it the whole game.
Look at Mike Gaffey. I wish we get a camera on him right now because he said we just got bailed out off a bad move. He did not want the shot going up. He's over there looking to the sky with his arms out. And I know exactly what he's thinking. He's saying that was not a shot we wanted, and we just got bailed out by a foul.
Yeah.
And you can bet that'll be chatted about later on. Take a look at this. Not a shot you need, low percentage shot from a guy who's played a great game tonight. And then Patton fouls, but I'm not going to let you have a layup. McDevitt, 10 out of 13 tonight from the free throw line.
That's been a big difference, too. I mean, converting in these big games like this, hitting free throws, making them count.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I had a vote, and I do, 1 of 3 tonight, Kenyon Elliott gets my vote maybe for player of the game.
I'd be with you, too, because I think his
I'll go with
penetrations
that,
led
too.
to a lot. Yeah, Jeff. I think Kenyon, I mean, he had such a good first half, which led to so much in the second half, and he plays off the dribble so well. It gets you off your feet. Yep. He and Jake Kelly find each other well, but I think as a whole, McDevitt, their wins are so team effort driven. They're going to be a hard out anywhere in the future come March. And so is Trinity. Trinity's
absolutely.
Their pedigree.
Yeah, Trinity's a great team. I mean, they really are.
I mean, they're
So 3:18 to go, 62-43, 19-point lead here. Good pass from Patton to McCall, can't hold on to it, and again, on the spot is McDevitt, and they're going to pull it out. They're not interested in the basket right now at all.
Got to be a little careful. I know for McDevitt, Antoine Bird got a little bit. He got a little relaxed here.
Good hustle by Westry over there in the wing that time.
Yeah,
good defense.
Hustling. He plays the wing well, doesn't he, defensively?
He does. He's got talk about wing. He's got a wing span.
He's got a wing span. Yeah, you gotta feel that double come.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just watch the game tonight that Elliott has played, the floor game. It's been so smart. Jeff Thompson, You love having a player out there like Kenyon Elliott. I mean, he's played a solid basketball game.
Well, we talked earlier about how athletic he looks, but he's a very intelligent young man. He's got what you would call high basketball IQ.
It's a great point, and he does, and he showed it off and on. The one shot that he took, and I love Mike Gaffey's look. Hands to the sky. But that's about the only thing that Elliott's done wrong tonight. He's made his last 3 since missing a free throw. I have him unofficially for 22 points right now, Todd.
And, you know, I knew he was in the 20 mark. I just...
Kenyon Elliott. And the second one's not going to go.
Back to a 20-point game, and they almost throw the ball away.
22 point. Pat throws it up. Nice follow there by Gabadon. And Gabadon will go to the line as he's fouled on the shot. Gabadon so far tonight 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He completed a 3-point play earlier. Shot is up. This was not good. .243 to go in this one. Don't forget we have our Giant post-game show coming up. We'll have our Commonwealth Academy Player of the Game, the Play of the Game, and our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game.
Well, Westbury made a second effort to get that ball back, and then he got fouled. I mean, he's still hustling down the stretch.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
you
is.
got to give him credit.
Good to see. You know, defensively staying alive, keeping the ball alive right here. He heads back to the line.
And he's such a talent, and that's why he's got already so many great offers be on the table for him. I mean, he's going to go on to play at a high level. We're going to watch him on TV way more than this.
He has 19 tonight, but he's 8 under his average.
Yeah.
So if you're Mike Gaffey, now you're saying we'd have probably taken his average and keep everybody else down, but he's 8 under the average. We've done a better job than we thought we might. Great pass from Westbury. What a wonderful pass. And a good finish there by Beckett.
And that's how you get other guys involved, just knowing where your teammates are, getting everybody involved.
16 for Beckett tonight. Make that 18 for Beckett, actually. So 17-point game, 2 minutes to go in this one. And McDevitt is going to be just working the clock right here. They have enough points to win. They're just playing the clock now. The other guy you got to give a lot of credit to tonight is Antoine Berg. Great discipline.
Ball.
Both he and Elliott out there. Here's Elliott. See, you don't need that pass.
Yeah, Coach Gaskin get a little frustrated that night. Pilsey cut down the middle and was.
You see what happened? Right away, Elliott's out of the game for that pass. He's saying that's not within what we're trying to do. Now he's going to bring him up and teach him up next to him. Patton kicks it. McAuliffe. McAuliffe's had a tough time trying to find anything tonight. And look at Beckett. I mean, just staying alive up there. That guy is unbelievable around the basket.
Beckett's had a great game.
Beckett. And a timeout on the floor, 1:31 to go. 15-point lead for McDevitt. The Shamrocks still fighting back, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
And there you see Mike Gaffey, and he wants to tell everybody right now, we got enough points to win, guys. We're playing the clock, and here's what we want to do. Let's get over right now to our coach, Jeff Thompson, who coached here at Trinity years ago. Jeff, 20 points for Marcus Beckett tonight. What a great effort by him.
He played a heck of a game. I'm impressed with how he can score inside. He's got a tremendous little jump hook. And he's a good rebounder. Tough kid. We just saw him play volleyball with himself on about 3 taps and finally put one away. So he does the blue-collar work you talked about all the time, Todd.
He does. He's got to find ways to score, so he's smart. He gets good around the basket and goes, look, I'll play cleanup if I need to. And he's done a good job. He's had a really good game.
Well, there you go. There's the kind of shot you'll take right now, the easy, unmolested layup, as Don Blair Jones gets his first deuce of the night off a great long pass against that trap.
Yep, he did it.
West Street out to outside has not been able to hit that three tonight at all.
Yeah, he's usually good for several of those right now tonight.
And give credit to McDevitt for that, because they've been in his face. They've been double teaming, triple teaming him at times. Right back out he comes.
He knew.
Yep, and Mike Gaffey's sitting over there thinking about pulling him out. But he's saying that's not what we need to do right now.
We just want layups, and that's what they're.
And the layups have to be unguarded
automatic,
layups.
all unguarded automatic layups, and that's where they're at. It's 42 seconds to play, so really.
Jeff Thompson, you know, one of the things that I think is so important here is Mike Gaffey's not coaching in this game now. He's coaching for other games by making sure his team stays within their character and discipline in these time score situations.
Well, Mike has a lot that he can talk about with this game, too, and that's what it's all about. They'll go back and watch that film, as you guys often remark. Mike's a brilliant basketball mind, and he was very well prepared, as was Larry, for this game.
Oh, they both were. And Larry will go back, and he'll talk to us, too. He'll watch a lot of this. And they'll go back, and I'll tell you what, you watch the adjustments that come out of these games. Again, you mentioned January 4th. It's not March 4th yet.
It just felt like it.
It felt like it. The atmosphere felt like it. There's West Street up, and is it going to be a charge or a block? It's going to be a block. And West Street's in for the deuce. So West Street out with 21 in this one. Again, he averages 27, so a chance to make it 22 here. Three-point play the tough way. I think, if you're Mike Gaffey tonight, and you said, I'm going to keep West Street from shooting any threes or making any threes out there, you'd be pretty happy.
He would.
And if you could say I'd hold him to 22, you'd be pretty happy again.
Right, because everybody else was contained. It was a good defensive effort. This is a great win for McDevitt on the road at a hostile environment like Trinity. And for Trinity, you know, first loss of the year. So what do you talk about? Well, it didn't hurt us in the division.
No.
It was a playoff atmosphere. Here's what we're going to do tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to get this guy involved, more guys, whatever. You know, and that's what you take away from it. You know, as far as Coach Gaffey, he knows that these are the type of battles he's going to have his team playing night in, night out with Cedar Cliff.
Right.
And you know, McDevitt wasn't favored to win the division this year, but it almost be like you're almost kind of, I know you, Gary, you think about it a lot too. You're probably going to like, how were they not favored? You know, but Cedar Cliff's that good this year too as well.
Right, they are. And there's West Street missing this shot. West Street with 21 for the night. So 30 seconds to go. You don't really need to foul right now. Just want to play it out.
Play it out. Don't be
like the fact that Westview was playing, and Westview is going to get called for the foul, and I think that will be it for him. No, that'll be his fourth foul.
Or is it his fourth, or is it fifth?
Ringing up on the board as his fourth.
Okay. So he'll stay in it. Yeah, he'll stay in it.
I think he's going to go out of the game here, or is he? No.
I kind of sense his frustration there a little bit. Like he was just playing good on-the-ball pressure defense,
right.
and he got called for a foul, and he's kind of like, hey, what was that? But, you know, I mean, they let great officiating crew tonight. They did a great job letting these guys play. I know maybe, you know, when you're a coach, you go away with it and you look at some things, you go, I was frustrated by that call or this call. But tonight it was about letting the big guys play, and I like that. Well,
the official over there chatting with Mike about the technical earlier, and he just kind of, you know, they're going to see each other again and wrapping it up and trying to put a bow on it at the end of the night. Second shot up and good by Elliott. He's got 23 on the evening.
And I think one of the things that, like, Coach Cap was questioning over there is tonight at the scores table, people kind of run in and out without any kind of buzzer signification. And I think he's just kind of saying, hey, I'm just pointing out, like, we got to know who's coming in and who's coming out. But, hey, everybody's doing a hard-working effort here tonight.
Yeah, so you're exactly right. So we're down to 20 seconds to go, and with this win tonight, they'll go to 8-2. Will McDevitt, and Trinity will go to 8-1. And again, this game tonight, meaningless in standings, not meaningless in learning.
No.
Jeff Thompson, not meaningless in learning at all. You're going to learn a lot from this tonight. So second shot, 2 shots up and good by Patton, who is the outstanding hustler. I'll tell you what, that guy is all over the place.
Yeah, Patton will have to do that. That's his game. Everybody knowing their role on a team is how teams, you know, you start figuring out here in January. My role is this, his role is that. We play together. Coach Gaffney cleared the bench and getting a lot of different people in here, giving them some opportunities here on prime time.
There you go, 66-52. McDevitt wins it. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for our Giant post-game wrap-up, our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game, and our Hoffman Ford player of the game. Next on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over 25 million in new and pre-owned inventory, with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Welcome back to our Giant post-game report. And we have very quickly our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game in the 66-52 win by McDevitt here tonight. Let's take a look at it.
Right, it's going to be on this nice scoop pass. That'll be that play of the game, right? I mean,
from West Street to Beckett. Westy with 2 on him there and throwing it off. Take a look at it again. Beckett starts it with a steal and ends it with a layup. I should like to see a guy who makes a great defensive play and then gets rewarded by hustling down the court and making the layup. And a great pass from Westy on the play. He gets 2 in your heart for that one. And, of course, our Hoffman Ford player of the game tonight. Well, we had a whole lot of players we could have chosen from tonight. But the one that we decided on this evening, man, he played a heck of a floor game. Kenyon Elliott with 23 points tonight. Heaven knows how many good decisions and assists, but he started with this.
He just started with just hitting the open shot. Look at this off the dribble. Just off to the left side, and maybe you'll see it too, on depending on what clips. Spotting up, getting in the right spot. Oh, okay, thank you. I feel it, and drills it. And more importantly, he gets you off your feet, off the dribble. He takes you off the dribble. He does a lot.
And once you start to spread out to meet them at the three-point line, look what he gets. He's not going to shoot it out of rhythm, and that's what he did all night, Jeff Thompson.
He's an awfully good player. The only thing I would say is practice your foul shots, because you're getting fouled a lot. He is so talented.
Big difference in the game tonight, 3-point field goals. Trinity 2 of 12. McDevitt, check this out, 10 of 16, 62%. Wow. You shoot 62% from the three-point line and you make 10 of them, you're going to win a lot of basketball games.
No doubt.
Hey, guys, I want to thank everybody here tonight. Great job by Brandy Trossel. Also John Polly, Jim Gallagher, our great statistician who fed us good numbers all night, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson, Chad Edwards, Charlie Fortney, and most of all you for watching tonight. And you want to talk about backyard brawls? We got one coming up on January 7th. It's Dallastown at Red Lion, a boy-girl doubleheader. 2 outstanding programs. It'll start it all at 6 p.m., and you can watch it all here on 27.3. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Again, your final score, 66-52. McDevitt beats Trinity, and they both head back to division play. Thanks for watching. This is ABC 27.3.
Excited to be here at the Commonwealth Charter Academy here with Dr. Maurice Fleury. This program has come a long way. The Ag Work Center behind us is the most unique facility in the United States. It is the largest, but more importantly, it is effective. Talk about the aquaponics program here and how unique it is to your program.
Sure. Well, one thing that makes CCA unique is we're a public school, K-12, but our education is online. But we feel we have a responsibility to the family because we view ourselves as a family service organization. And one of those primary responsibilities is to have a student prepared for a career after they leave us. It's not just a walk across the stage with a diploma. So AgWorks here, based out of Harrisburg, is part of our CCA Works program to help students get real-world experiences for the careers that are available now and in the future.
I think the most impressive part of this program is, and it might not happen in normal, regular bricks and mortar education, where kids get connected after high school, internships, jobs. Talk about that.
Well, what we do is we build partnerships with for-profit businesses, not-for-profit businesses, higher ed, other school systems, so kids can get real-life, hands-on experiences. It's not just reading it out of a textbook or some kind of a mock-up demonstration. It's really putting them out in the industries that they may be in when they gain full employment after they go through a training program. So it really gives them a true taste and a true flavor of what that occupation may be.
You have some great things on the horizon. You're working on a TechWorks program and a MedWorks program, and me having a daughter who's involved, a senior in high school, involved in wanting to be a nurse someday, kids that want to go into the medical field. So talk about the forecast for TechWorks first.
We're in the process of outfitting TechWorks near Pittsburgh. A lot of tech businesses in the Pittsburgh region, it made sense to locate it there. So instead of seeing banana trees and kale and lettuce and orange trees, you're going to see drones, you're going to see cybersecurity, telecommunications, holographic technology in TechWorks. A lot of different tech fields. MedWorks, which is going to be located near the Philadelphia region in Pennsylvania, exact same format, but it's going to be professions around medicine, whether it be research, whether it be true medical professions like, physician's assistant, nursing programs, that type of stuff. It's all pre-programs to help students pick how they want to train after high school for a profession.
Wow. How can a student sign up for Commonwealth Charter Academy? How can they access this kind of schooling and possibly apply for their young person to be a part of this program?
It's really simple. It's an online application process at ccaeducate.me. The only requirement is you have to be of school age. So you have to be between kindergarten and be able to reach a diploma by the age of 21, so any of those age ranges, and you have to be a resident of Pennsylvania. And because we're a public school, it's free to the family. We send all the technology into the home, we pay for the internet connection into the home, and all curriculum materials are sent to the home.
What about a kid who wants to stay involved in the local extracurriculars like the band and be a part of the football, basketball, or field hockey team? Is that possible for a kid that comes through Commonwealth Charter Academy?
Actually, it is. Pennsylvania treats charter school students like homeschool students. So even a student that's enrolled with us can be on the football team, the basketball team, the cheerleading squad in their local brick and mortar school.
This is an awesome opportunity. Commonwealth Charter Academy, it keeps growing, it keeps improving, and I think it's one of the most unique opportunities that we have in Pennsylvania for Pennsylvania students.